yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Got the number 1 pick in the NHL draft, but the men they can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run. That's Lawrence Taylor! Cut them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
Well, here we are again. Still, all the snow is here. The weather is brutal, and I got some bad news for you, my friend.
What now?
I've been doing some Doppler work. We might have another big snowstorm on the horizon.
Oh, no.
Yep.
How big?
Similar to what we just saw.
Oh, that big?
Yep.
This snow's going nowhere.
No, well, this snow's not going to go anywhere, and then we might have another big storm coming on Sunday.
All right, when do we get when will I get my final snow forecast?
Friday.
Because last snow forecast was right on.
It was right on.
Right on the money.
Yeah, because I have respect for the snowstorm. So I'm not there yet that it's going to happen, but I'm just saying early look ahead, keep an eye on Sunday.
Early Dopplers.
Dopplers, keep an eye on Sunday. Yep.
So this is going to be another Sunday situation.
Another Sunday situation, yes.
I like
and
that.
It sounds like from my sources that it could be worse for you than me.
First is a lot of screens, seeing different Dopplers.
Yeah. Sounds like it could be coming in off the ocean.
Oh, no.
Over Long Island and hitting Westchester less than Long Island.
Oh.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I don't know if it's my street, but it feels like I often get hit very hard right where I'm at. Like, I feel like I'm never the low end. I'm always I don't know why that would be. High end.
I don't know why that would be.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I might have to do a little investigative work into that. How you doing?
I'm doing
Did you do
great.
some sledding yesterday?
I did not do any sledding yesterday. We had kids did no. Did we sled? Yeah, maybe a little bit of sledding yesterday.
How are you uncertain if you sledded?
I didn't personally sled.
Okay.
We were outside. We had to do some shoveling.
Sure.
So we did some shoveling, and then we had hockey practice last night.
You did?
Oh yeah.
Well, how about that?
Oh yeah. Yep. No one was happy with just a regular. Hey, let's just have a snow day. Got a sprinkle and a practice at the end.
This was a kids practice. This was a high school practice. What was it?
Kids.
This
is Milo's. This is
practice. High school
no, Milo's team. Oh, the school's closed. No, it was Milo's team.
Milo's team.
Yeah, little practice. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure Milo was too thrilled about it, but
yeah, I understand why he wouldn't be. Sometimes
Milo
got
got
a day off.
No, I wasn't. Milo, I went in with the best of intentions, and then left with more of a.
Was it your decision to have this practice?
No. But I went in. I was going to do some goalie drills with Milo, and then he got a little bit lazy. Start saying, I can't do this, I can't do that. So I said, okay, if you can't do that, then we'll skate a little bit. Did not love that.
Didn't want to skate.
Did not love the skating. No.
No. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's all right.
You know what you'll be happy to hear?
Okay. What?
Ian Begley today on the show.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, how come I'm the only one that responded? Of course I'm happy to hear it because I'm the only one that said yes.
Well, because once you responded, I mean, what more do we need?
Yeah, but RJ, it was just hanging out there, just waiting for someone to respond to it.
But once you've responded to it, what more do we need? How many yeses do we need? I feel like it's if one person says yes, let's have Ian Begley, then that's a done deal.
I think that RJ would have appreciated like a thumbs up thing, he does. You know, like the lazy stuff he does,
right?
The exclamation point, something like that,
right. You feel like RJ is a lazy texter
because God forbid he writes letters. He needs to just to hold down the message and do something to it.
Yeah, he's a big emoji guy.
Loves it.
Loves the thumbs up. Loves the crying face. He's a big emoji guy.
Yeah, or like a big when his Sabres don't lose anymore. Just being a real bad guy is what he is.
Well, you know what? It's a different RJ.
I don't think so. See, you could look at it one or two ways. That I'm a bad guy, which is not true. Or you guys looked at, you know what? We don't want to get shut out. and then you turn around and shut somebody else out. If anything, we inspired you, I think. And Dave, you can't get him off the Weather Channel. This is the Weather Network.
Who are the Sabres inspiring?
And
He thinks they inspired the Islanders to go get a shutout yesterday.
yeah,
It's a joke. You didn't need to do what you did, and you know you were wrong when you did. The second you sent on that, you didn't feel good about it. You couldn't have.
I felt bad for the kids.
The kids.
You didn't feel bad for the
It was
kids.
You didn't
kids'
feel bad
day.
for the kids.
I mean, look what he's got going. He's got Jess Pegula's alive in the Australian Open. He's got his Buffalo Sabres are scalding red hot.
Yeah, I mean, Terry Pegula's got all his attention over on the Bills now. So now we're flourishing. We're flying.
You felt bad because all those kids left that game saying to themselves, "Mommy, how come there was one kid there that had a full beard?" That's what you're upset about.
Mommy, does the puck fit in the other team's net also, or just ours?
Wow. You know, it's almost like he's been in training for this. Like he hasn't been to the mountaintop in so long.
Yeah, 15
when he eventually made it to the mountaintop, he was flooded with things to say.
And by mountaintop, you mean contending for like a possible wild card.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
This
It's not so easy to get into the NHL playoffs anymore.
Yeah, they only let half the teams in. I know, it's tough.
It used to be like 85% of the teams when I was a kid.
Dave, we missed the playoffs in the bubble year where they let 24 teams in. We missed that too.
Yeah.
Everything.
You want to trade with the Rangers now?
It's because, RJ, you guys knew that championship wouldn't age well. You don't even want to be involved with that one.
It's got to be great for Jess
Pegula. You felt like, hey, we're the Sabres. We're better than a bubble championship.
Yeah.
It's got to be
want
great.
any part of that.
It's got to be great for Jess Pegula because she's a big fan of playoff hockey, so she gets to enjoy some now. It's great. I love that for RJ, and I love that for the Sabres.
If anyone's wondering what I might be like if my team is sniffing the playoffs, this may be a little taste of it. RJ's newfound confidence.
You got to get involved. I mean, it could end at any day now.
Hasn't your team made a couple conference finals runs since you've been here?
I'm talking about the Jets. I'm not talking about the Islanders.
All right.
Yeah, I've already tasted that with that. We should have won a cup.
Are the Jets your favorite team?
Are the Jets my favorite team?
Yeah.
They definitely caused the most suffering for him.
They caused the most suffering.
They caused the most suffering.
Mets.
Mets are your favorite team?
Yeah.
Followed by?
Jets.
Followed by?
Probably the Knicks.
And then the Islanders?
Yeah.
And then that's it, right? You're just a four-team guy?
Well, what other team would you like me to throw into?
I
the
know you
mix?
could have a college team or something, but I guess you don't, right? You don't.
Georgetown. I love Georgetown. I love Georgetown. I love Georgetown basketball.
Hey, don't mock me.
What do you mean? I love it.
No, stop it. You couldn't name me one player on Georgetown basketball. Not one.
Allen
you knew
Iverson.
Muhammad, baby.
Yeah, baby.
You couldn't name me one.
Why would I start?
Give me one.
They're not even good. Why would I start following Georgetown basketball?
You wouldn't. But I didn't say you would. You're the one that's
Lewis.
mocking me with, oh, no, I like Georgetown basketball. Okay.
Listen, I don't mind KJ Lewis, but that's about it.
Nice feedback.
What?
Well done.
What are you laughing about?
Because I would bet a kidney that RJ was like, KJ Lewis, KJ Lewis.
No. RJ and I aren't even talking.
Where did KJ Lewis transfer in from?
Where did he transfer in from?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I knew this too.
Yeah, no, I know you did.
Arizona, I think.
Yeah, right. You're good. You dialed in.
I told you. I like what you like.
RJ, you're good.
I got Dopplers up right now.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You don't care about the weather like
I started Dexter last night.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know exactly who it is.
Give me a synopsis of what's going on in Dexter.
He's killing people.
You are watching Dexter.
Yes.
I knew it.
No, I'm almost done with All Her Fault.
That's good, right?
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm
2.5 seasons into Dexter. Exactly 2.5.
How many episodes? 3 yesterday?
4, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
What a day you had.
Well, what the hell was I supposed to do?
That's you're right. Listen, it was the
I got on the treadmill. I'm not even supposed to go on the treadmill. They said treadmill for a bad back is not great. But
what happened to your back now?
It's just bad.
Same? It's just wear and tear?
I have a bad back. Yes. So typically I'll go for walks, but that's not an option now. And I feel like a bum if I don't do anything. So I'm getting on the treadmill. And yeah, I watched 4 episodes. I helped Alex work out. I know you find that an impossibility, but the kid's benching and someone's got to spot him. So
well, yeah, I'd say I was spotting him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I'm leading him through exercises. I'm just, if he drops the weight on his throat, I'm there to save him.
Yeah. That's what I pictured in my mind when you said like you're working out with Alex. You guys.
No, I'm not like Jane Fonda or like and 2 and 3. No, I was like, listen, get the weight on there, and if you're in trouble, you let me know, and I'll pick it up off you.
I like that.
That's what we're doing.
Like Billy Blanks down there.
Yes. Whatever happened to him?
I don't know where Billy is.
You remember
How old do you think Billy?
You remember growing up when all these
Tybo was the best.
Austin?
Yeah. Oh, she was I loved her.
You like Denise Austin, huh?
Yeah. Who was the other one too? That used to do the workout show on ESPN.
I don't know. There's like a woman in Hawaii.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yes.
How old do you think Billy Blanks is?
Billy Blanks, you can't be young.
No, he's not young.
73.
Oh, close. 70.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Well, he's been a big deal for a long time.
He's been 70 years old. He still looks good.
So we have CMT today also. And we don't have Mel, which you say, oh, no. But I think what not having Mel will do is buoy the CMT. Because I don't know if you feel like this. I kind of feel like there's a time crunch for CMT. And maybe we can't expound on some of the answers as we would like. Now we can expand our faces off.
It also feels like there's maybe potential that he's kind of like, RJ's just trying to get us through it to get to Mel.
Yeah, I think it feels like RJ has one eye on CMT and one eye on the clock for when is Mel joining and
I agree.
How does he run point on this, right?
Yeah, he's like, how do I get them to agree on all these answers so we can get right through this?
I think today will be a better version of CMT.
He's not really trying to be at his very best. He's just, checking a box.
Is that what you think?
Nah, sometimes. It's Kiana's flex appeal is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that in a million years.
Yeah, Kiana.
Not in a million years. So we have CMT, we have Ian Begley, we have stuff you missed, and we have a lot of Jets and a lot of Knicks conversation. The Jets are... The whole thing is confusing to me, and I said to the guys before the show, here's the problem with the Jets. Whatever it is that they do, because they're not going to make a hire, you're like, oh, this is great, right? Whatever it is that they do, I think it feels to me, tell me if you agree, like it's almost the opposite of the Giants. Like the Giants, I feel like whatever they do, you're going to be like, hey, it's Harbaugh, there's credibility there, they're moving in the right direction, I'm going to buy in. I feel like the Jets are the exact opposite. You have no confidence. Everything they've done has completely backfired. And it feels like if it's Reich, if it's Martindale, if it's they keep Chris Harris and they go with Aaron Glenn to kind of run the defense, that you have very little confidence in anything they're going to do.
Well, I think confidence.
You can disagree.
No, I think confidence and potential excitement are two different things. I think it's tough at the moment to have confidence in anything that happens now, just because of the season that you just saw. A lot of the things that happened during the season, the fact that we don't have a quarterback, we have essentially a whole new coaching staff. Aaron Glenn didn't have a lot of great moments this season, right? Like just how he started with the media, then all of a sudden the way things pivoted, and just all of it wasn't good. But I think if you hired Jim Leonard as your defensive coordinator, I think people would have been excited about that.
Well, it sounds like Jim Leonard's one of 5 finalists still, but it doesn't sound like he's going to get the job.
Right, like if he got the job, I mean, you heard Ray about it with the Cowboys.
Yeah, he wanted him there.
That's where he wanted him.
I guess. I just feel like there's so much ill will built up between the franchise and the fan base that it's hard for people to get excited with anything this organization is going to do.
Well, because let's just go back to what happened this season. I don't think any of us. I mean, some people could pretend like that's what they thought was going to happen. You're lying to yourself. You did not think that going into last season that this was going to be a complete teardown. Like, it wasn't supposed to be a rebuild. It was, we won 5 games with a team that we felt like had enough talent to be better, was so poorly coached that the second a new coach comes in here and this group of players was coached properly, would be able to be better. Better didn't necessarily mean playoffs, but better than the 5 wins. Like, they take a step in the right direction. And you'd have the foundational pieces, and, you bring back, you extend Sauce, and you extend Garrett Wilson. Like, we start, seeing what this team could potentially be. And that's not what happened.
No, not at all. In fact, you went the opposite way of this, like, hey, maybe it'll be a little better. Aaron Glenn, right direction. Now it feels like it's gone worse, and it's more broken than it was when he took over.
Right. I mean, it did. Well, that's the reality, is it did get worse, right? The defense got worse. There's no more Sauce. There's no more Quinnen Williams. Like those foundational pieces, 2 of them are gone. Your defense didn't get better. Your defense got worse. Then they fired the defensive coordinator, and it got worse again. Justin Fields was a disaster. Tyrod Taylor couldn't stay healthy. Brady Cook is not an NFL quarterback.
Right. It got so bad that you had to sell off pieces for what looks to be good trades, right?
Yeah, I mean, but it's just, again, it's draft picks. You don't know. I mean, until those picks are made, you don't know what those are.
Of course. I don't know how, if you're a Jets fan, and it sounds like Frank Reich is going to be brought aboard, and we'll see what they do with this defense. This Wink Martindale on the 2-yard line sounds like it's now not on the 2-yard line anymore, and there's some
why is Wink? There's no way Wink is going to take the job with Aaron Glenn calling plays.
Well, would you?
No, of course not.
So then what are they doing though? Why wouldn't this have been known from the jump that Aaron? It feels like this is all of a sudden Aaron Glenn's like, you know what? In fact, I want to call the plays.
Unless for whatever reason, once they got through the process, it was clear to him that he didn't want to necessarily work with Wink. So the best way to spin this would be, the reason why Wink didn't want it is because I'm going to call plays. Because even in RJ's rundown, RJ's like, I appreciate the fact that Aaron Glenn wants to call plays.
Yeah, he should call plays.
If he's going to go down, well, that's,
right.
I mean, listen, should he? I mean, I guess, but also recognizing like that. I mean, the whole idea of bringing him in was to be the CEO of the franchise. Was supposed to be the
like
leader.
The ship is sinking, doesn't it?
The ship is sinking.
Okay, so if it feels like the ship is sinking, you're Aaron Glenn,
right? But is that going to make the other stuff that we criticized him about better?
No, I have no idea. Probably not.
They could. I mean, listen, for Robert Saleh, he thinks it's going to make him better as a head coach, calling the plays. I think he's. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's calling the plays in Tennessee. Like that was one of the things he learned with the Jets is he felt a little too disconnected, not calling the plays.
But right now, don't you have a lot more confidence in Robert Saleh than Aaron Glenn?
Of course, but I'm saying like if that was something that he recognized that hey, I'll be a better head coach. It'll help my game management if I'm more locked in calling defensive plays, and that's something that I want to do. But if that was the case, why are we just hearing about that now?
Well, that's what I don't understand. Is why are you jumping through hoops to talk to all these guys that say, hey, Jim Leonard, we'd like to have him. Wink Martindale, he'd be a real coup, a real commodity for this organization. And now, you like yesterday, like, no, Aaron Glenn thinks he wants to call the plays? It's weird. It's weird timing.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the meetings looked like, but for me, if the thing I would draw from this is they're not going to get someone that they want, so the best way to make it feel like you got what you want is to spin this to I'm going to call plays anyway, so this is why we made this decision. And
then you're going to bring in Frank Reich, but you're going to keep Tanner Engstrand employed to do what? What's he?
And Frank will be calling plays.
Right, and what's Engstrand going to do?
He would help create the game plans.
Okay.
And then Frank would call the plays.
It feels very choppy.
I think the better question is who exactly you bring in? Like, I would imagine that you're selling Frank on a quarterback or an idea of who the quarterback is going to be for Frank to decide he wants to do this.
Correct. Yeah, you'd have to.
Especially knowing
it's
what
gotta
Frank
be Ty Simpson, doesn't it?
Especially knowing what Frank probably knows. I mean, Frank and Boomer are really close friends. I can't believe I couldn't. I mean, Boomer's been here. Boomer's been a Jet. Like, Boomer understands what's going on right now. If he'd be like, hey, Frank, you know what a good idea is? Come jump on this thing right now because it's going great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're Frank Reich, why, unless you're so desperate to get back to the NFL and you don't think there's going to be other opportunities, why would you jump at this job?
Unless there's a veteran quarterback that they're talking about.
But what, and maybe I'm wrong, but like what veteran quarterback could Frank Reich be like, okay, guys, if you bring this guy in, I'm in? I mean, just thinking it through. I like Malik Willis, Tua. I mean, who could it be? Kyler Murray? Do those names excite you?
No, but it doesn't have to excite me. It has to excite him.
No, I get that. It doesn't have to excite you, but do those guys excite? I tell you, Tua is leading the ship here. Does that excite you?
Does it excite me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would use the word excite, but I think it would be much better than we saw last season.
Oh,
assuming he stays healthy. Right, assuming he stays healthy, he's going to get the ball out on time accurately too. But now we're talking about, it's not Miami.
Right.
Tua wasn't great.
So the weather's not going to be the same as he gets in Miami.
Yeah.
And he's not going to have the weapons he has in Miami. Or maybe he will. Maybe they'll draft a receiver. Who knows with that? I don't know. To me, connecting the dots, and this could be totally wrong, it would feel like a young quarterback, which could really only be one guy to me.
Yeah, Ty Simpson at 16. But again, I don't. There doesn't feel like there's not a lot of job security when you decide to take this job, because it feels like there's an element of desperation going on right now, especially with the whole defensive side of the ball and Aaron deciding now whether he's going to call plays. Just in general, coaching staff is gone. Tanner Engstrand now is going to be reassigned. You're bringing in Frank Reich to call plays. Like there's desperation here.
After 1 year,
you're Frank Reich. You're out in Stanford. You're going to move. You're going to move to New York, jump on this sinking ship, dedicate the amount of time it's going to take to get, to do your job the right way, and potentially be gone after the season.
It's possible.
Is that worth it? Unless you feel like that's not going to happen because of whoever the quarterback's going to be, that you're going to make.
He must feel like that.
You'd have to.
There's no way you would take a job, move across the country, and think to yourself, hey, well, I'll get one good year in New York, and then that'll be it. There's no way.
There's no way.
So he and you know this, like, coaches, they think that, hey, let me get my hands on this guy and wait till you see what I can do with him. So I'm sure there's some of that too. Let me get Ty Simpson. Let me get Malik Willis. Let me get Kyler Murray. I know I can change the fortune of what the Jets are and what they're going to be.
That's the only reason you would take it. It's not, I mean, I don't know what the contract's going to look like. I don't know, all of those different things if this thing does happen, but it doesn't feel like the job where I would decide to, uproot where I'm at to go take.
Unless he's so desperate to get back into the NFL and he doesn't think he's going to get another avenue in.
Right, but what could happen? I mean, I guess if this was the only avenue, then you take on the risk of this not working out because it's your only option. But it doesn't seem like a great option. But it's better than no option.
Like a great option. It doesn't. All right, let's take a break. A lot of Jets today. A lot of questioning what's happening with the Jets. A lot of, do you have any confidence in this organization right now? Or are you kind of like I feel, where it's just like, you know what? I don't believe it. They're going to have to prove to me that this is functional before I'm going to buy into this being functional. 800-919-3776. Giannis to the Knicks is a topic that is not going to go away. Ian Begley's going to join us later. Like we said, CMT at about 7:45. 800-919-3776. It's very snowy, but we're here with you all morning right here on ESPN New York.
Calling all Hoops fans. Get off the bench and onto the court for another exciting basketball season with BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today and make your bets. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
All right, now DNR with you, ESPN New York. That might have been the most hurtful thing RJ's ever said to me. Did you hear what he said to me?
No, I didn't hear what he said to you.
He goes, I feel like all you care about is weather now.
He did say that to me, yeah.
It's a big part. It's a big part of what
he said that to you away from me?
Yeah, there's no
he said,
secret here.
Right, he said, thank you for reading the rundown. The rundown thanks you. And I said, I love the rundown. I always read it. He said Dave has no time for it. He's just obsessed with
Unless
golfers.
I put snow squalls on the rundown.
I read the rundown, okay?
I don't think anyone believes that.
You know why you should believe it? Because when I don't read it, I tell you I didn't read the rundown.
Listen, we all have different interests. I just feel
you know what? Rick is right. You and this Sabres success is not. It's not meshing well at all.
I just feel that you and Weathers like this love that came into your life, and you don't know how to tame it right now. We start the show every single day with what's going on.
All right, then I won't mention it anymore.
Listen, every day.
The afternoon show had a meteorologist
I won't mention it anymore.
And maybe we do the same. Maybe instead of Begley, we go Lee Goldberg.
You know what? Lee Goldberg was a guest on the station last week.
He was. He's usually.
Yeah, right. He was also on. I mean, the afternoon show had a meteorologist also.
So I don't understand your problem, RJ. Why? Maybe I'm overly enthusiastic with weather, but why are you so anti-weather?
I'm not anti-weather.
You're the weather Grinch is what you are.
I mean, ask the other two guys. I feel like your love for weather is just, it's getting out of control a little bit.
Okay. Wow. It's fine. Then I will not give you any more weather update. If that's what you all believe, then the weather updates, the weather conversation, dead. Is that what you think?
I don't think it needs to be dead. I don't feel the way RJ feels. I love your passion.
I think you're a weather hobbyist.
I'm here for your passion. I'm trying to get into that whole maximize category, so I'm trying to really maximize what you love.
So you are pro weather.
I'm pro you.
Okay. Raymond, pro weather, anti weather.
Pro weather. I'm just going through old drops that we have here, trying to find weather relevant things.
Does it work? Are you able to play them?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I found this great one where you asked this very relevant question. That was a good one.
Oh my God, I remember that
was
question.
A good one.
What a terrible question that was.
That was a bad question.
Weather effect.
For the people getting to the games is what you meant.
Rob, obviously.
Yeah, you're looking out for everybody.
I don't understand why RJ's being so belligerent, though. That's fine. Weather's off the table.
He's in a weird spot. His Sabres are playing great hockey, and he's also going to watch the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. So it's a tough.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's a tough time for him.
Well, I know when the Eagles were in the Super Bowl last year, and the time prior, and the time prior than that, it didn't sit well with me, and maybe that's what's going on with RJ. But it's no reason to take it out on me. I didn't do anything to him.
It feels like he is lashing out towards you a little bit.
Yeah, why is that? I think he's fearful of you.
I don't think that's the case.
No, I just made fun of him about the Islanders. Maybe
says nasty stuff to me.
Maybe it's just a new me.
I kind of like this version.
2026 RJ is just a nasty fella?
Yeah, a worse version of me. Like everyone else goes the other way. They try to become better. Maybe I'm going the other way.
Maybe
again, it's the alter ego.
I'm PJ.
He feels overwhelmed.
This is
Dave
PJ.
actually-
Second baby on the way.
Dave actually wore a white sweatshirt in honor of the snow today, RJ. I don't know if you knew that.
Like a
Because he loves it so much.
like a jersey.
I don't need
It
that.
actually says snow on the back of it.
It's Garth Snow's high school jersey.
That's how much he loves weather. That's how committed to weather this guy is.
Not anymore.
Why?
A licky boom boom down. Not anymore, because I can't be me on the show. I'm painted into a box. This is what you want. This is what you'll get.
Don't
You're
punish me.
not painted into any box.
Oh
You
yeah,
stop.
yeah, I am.
You can
That's
say and
fine.
do whatever
No,
you like here.
I got some sound here. Connor Hughes, SNY. Frank Reich, likely to call offense for the Jets this coming season.
I've talked to people and seen the messages where they have talked directly to Tanner, and Tanner has said, I'm not going to be calling plays in 2026. So that is the expectation. So who are you going to go out there and get? And Frank Wright is the name, as we first reported. Like, that was one that we've heard over and over and over again. I think that's probably going to end up getting done, and he's going to be the veteran that comes in here to call plays. But, like, you're talking about a guy that didn't call plays in Philly, didn't work in Indianapolis, and now has been at Stanford the last couple of years. The same thing with Wink. Like, you're replacing your defensive coordinator. You're bringing on Wink. A big reason why you're hiring Wink Martindale, and you didn't get the big name coordinators that are out there, like the John Gannons or any of the Raheem Morrises or any of the big name defensive coordinating possibilities that are out there, is because people right now don't want to work for the Jets. This isn't considered a desirable destination.
Great. That's awesome. I mean, we're going to wind up with a guy that has called plays poorly or hasn't called plays, and he's in his mid-60s instead of a young coordinator that is actually a commodity in this league.
Right, but why would you? I mean, outside of a quarterback being available at 2 or having the first overall pick to work with Mendoza, if that's your guy, like, what about this job would be desirable for you?
Nothing.
And a coach on the hot seat.
But you always hear, like, yeah, but there's only 32 of them. So even so, guys are going to line up because there's only 32 of them. But not with the Jets.
Well, but I also think that the ones that you would want also have options, right? So, I mean, there's only 32 of them if you don't have any other options. Like, there's only 32 of them if you're Wink or if you're Frank that don't really have any other options.
Right, but Jim Leonard is a guy that's still available. Doesn't sound like he's up for a job right now. The Jets have talked to him. Why not make a play for him? I think the fan base, like you mentioned, would be a lot more excited for Jim Leonard.
But for him, maybe too. Like, there's also the possibility, because it looks like Cleveland, right? Like, I mean, Josh McDaniels is going to be in the Super Bowl. Mike McDaniel had the opportunity maybe to be the Cleveland Browns coach and pulled his name out. I don't know if it's because he didn't want to do the work or the essays and everything else they make people doing, but that's another one of those, hey, there's only 32 of them. Well, I've already been a head coach once. I'd like to be a head coach again. Do I want to rush into a bad job, or can I hang out with Justin Herbert in L.A.?
Right.
Because guess who's going
revitalize
to be
my career. Still a young guy. I'll get another coaching job.
Right. Maybe
That's
coaches have also smartened up, just like the players are smartening up. If I'm going to get paid, like if the whole flirtation as potentially being a head coach somewhere else gets me more money in the job I'm in already, and it's a good job, and I like where I'm at, and I'm going to have success where I'm at, guess what? The way these owners are rifling through head coaches, I'll be back in the cycle next year and probably get a better job.
You're 100% right.
So why rush into a crappy job?
I think you're 100% right, but it feels like this is a new way. How many times have you heard the phrase, well, it's only 32 of these things?
All the time.
All the time, like such a common phrase. So of course, even though it's not a great job, it's not a plum job, it's still a job, and there's only 32 of them. Well, not anymore. It doesn't feel like that.
Well, but how many times do we hear people come on talking about Dante Moore? Hey, you have the chance to be the second overall pick. Well, I'm not ready. I don't probably love who's got the second overall pick. I'm going to get paid a boatload of money to go back to Oregon. Perfect my craft, also compete for a national championship. Why would I don't need to rush into it.
Do you think the Jets fan is despondent, or do you think the Jets fan is still like angered every single day that this stuff happens?
I think there's a level of hatred. I think it's like you turn into a dead body.
Right. Well, that's the way I read. Well, after a while, though, it's not like it was the Giants go bad and I fall apart.
No, but I think your natural instinct was kind of like just you become apathetic and you're just like, you're whatever, just get this thing over with.
After I'm pushed to that point, though.
Right, but we've been pushed to now like anger and resentment.
Yeah, but I see, for me, and I guess you and the Jets fans are different, I start out with anger and resentment and get beaten down so badly to such a level that I just become apathetic. It feels like the Jets are in that anger mode right now.
No, because I think we've gone through all of them, and then now we're back to just angry.
So you've looped around?
We've looped back around. Because we've had nothing like it. At least you've had you had the season where you made the playoffs.
I've had some breadcrumbs. I agree.
Right. You've had those those seasons, but we've had none of those in 15 years.
None of those in 15 years.
In what makes it worse is we got ourselves all worked up for the whole Aaron Rodgers thing, and that was an epic fail. Right? I mean, just think about how excited people were. Just think of how excited a Jets fan was sitting on his couch or her couch watching Aaron run out with the flag in that first game against Buffalo.
4 plays.
And 4 plays later, and you're like, no way. Come on. Did that really just happen?
Right. Well, think how excited you were heading into this season. You said we have some real pieces. Justin Fields, they're going to be able to figure out a way to use him that nobody else has. That's what they told you.
Well, and you watch week 1, and you're like, whoa, okay.
Right? But they told you we're going to be so dynamic and so clever and so creative with our offensive game plan that we're going to do things you can't even imagine.
No, remember that? Hey guys, how come there's videos of Justin Fields not being able to throw a ball 3 yards to Garrett Wilson behind the line of scrimmage?
Because he can't.
No, we know he can't now, and we assumed he couldn't before. But it was because guys, we're not showing you anything.
No,
we got a special plan. We're not gonna unleash that baby until week 1.
That's how brilliant they are. And you know what? The worst thing that could have happened was week 1. Because week 1 they come in oh my goodness.
Right.
He could throw the ball. They moved him. I know the defense is going to be better. I remember after week 1 taking calls and having a conversation of they're going to beat the Bills. There's no reason week 2 at home they can't beat the Bills. And that was the beginning of the end.
And then 0-7 later, everyone's all excited because we have more first-round picks.
That's exactly right. Speaking of excitement levels, it's not weather level of excitement, RJ, but it is Rick doing a live read excitement level.
Well, this could be exciting because FanDuel's always exciting, or it could be a little bit. It's for me a little bit depressing because this is it. This is the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff, the final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, Seahawks and Patriots. And FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, all you have to do, it's very easy. You bet $5, you get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, make sure it counts because after the Super Bowl, the season's over, and football is officially done. Last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
That's well done.
Oh, thank you.
That's well done. You're back. You know what RJ's telling Ray? He doesn't love your reads.
How can you not love my reads? I was ad-libbing and everything in that.
I don't know.
RJ, you can't mean that.
RJ's wasn't a word said about that at all.
He's trying to drive a wedge between me and RJ now because he feels like RJ's after him.
Between the whole show, really.
Boy, how dare you?
Why are you involving me in this? I had nothing to do with this.
You don't let me be me. You guys want to put me in a box.
Oh, now you're going to start with me?
This is what you'll get. You'll just get the, let's kick it to sound. Sports.
Okay.
Hey, at least I changed your voice.
Oh, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that.
I've been working on that one. I'm not doing that. Dave, see? I changed it a little bit.
That's right. No longer am I a European detective.
now you're like a whiny bee.
That's right. That's great. You know what? I deserve better than this. Maybe I take tomorrow off. Maybe I have Grassa hop in.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, good.
Don't tempt me with a day off.
No, not a day off for you, a day off for me.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. You don't need a day off.
I'm not offering you a day off and saying maybe I need a mental health day.
I thought you were kicking me off the show. No, you're fine.
Why would I kick you off the show?
Because I thought you wanted to do it by yourself or with Dan.
Maybe I take a mental health day. Let Grassa come on for you guys. You do some sports talk.
Why don't you kick me off and you and Dan can talk about weather and then just name random
I don't
actors.
know that Dan has the same affinity for weather that I do.
Yeah, but he gets all caught up with you. And then you guys start going down the different rabbit holes.
Bread, milk. How do we get them? What do we do? 800-919-3776. Bring it.
You're teasing. Was I on the show for that when he was teasing?
That was in the middle of his breakdown.
How are you going to get
breakdown.
snow supplies?
You had a breakdown.
There was people lined up around the block for food.
You kept screaming, "Bring it!" every 2 seconds.
I know. It wasn't a breakdown. It was intentional. Bring it. All I can say is, bring it.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Garrett Cole, Tommy John, bring it. The Mets. You hated them. Now you love them. Bring it. Let's break. I love now all of a sudden all the buttons are working for these guys. when I need them to work yesterday during 3 stars, they can't make anything work. But now, amazingly enough, it's all highly functional.
You are a bad guy. You know how I feel about that.
What do you mean?
You know.
You're
I'm
sabotaging
frustrated.
the show.
You know I'm frustrated.
You're sabotaging the show. You're a saboteur.
You're a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
He can't help it. This is him maximizing.
I'm maximizing with Woo. All right, let's take a break. 800-919-3776.
Wish we could stuff you in a box.
What? You shut your mouth. We'll talk to all you Jets fans. All right, I'm harmonizing. I'm maximizing. I'm like Clyde Frazier is what I am. I'm harmonizing. I'm maximizing. I ever tell you that this is a funny story, and then we'll break.
God, you're killing the clock. You've killed it. It's dead.
Clock. You know what? I almost rhymed clock with something else and decided I probably shouldn't do it. Fine. I'll tell you that story, and we'll get to your calls on the other side. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Might I tell you a quick story before we get to the calls?
Yeah, please.
So I remember watching the news with Sherry years ago, and there was a massive storm in New York, and they were at the airport interviewing people that couldn't get on their flights.
Yeah.
And we're like, some nondescript guy. Then it's Clyde Frazier.
Stop.
I swear. And the lower third said, stranded traveler.
No, it didn't.
I swear to God.
That's hilarious.
And we were just like, oh, this is unbelievable.
RJ just sent me a video of Devin Levi doing the same thing, getting interviewed by one of the people in Rochester that do the weather.
And they didn't know who it was?
I don't think so. RJ, they didn't know who that was, right?
No, he had no idea who it was.
What do you mean? What do you mean with the weather, RJ?
I mean, listen.
Are you a weather guy now?
I sometimes weather coincides with humor, and that's where I jump in.
Oh, so you're not a standalone weather guy, but if weather crosses the barrier to something you're interested in, then you're a weather guy.
I'm not anti-weather as I've been portrayed by the media.
Found the clip, by the way, Dave. Clyde.
You found it, right?
Yep.
How accurate am I with that?
Well, they knew
story?
it was Clyde, though. They mentioned that it's Knicks legend Clyde Frazier. I mean, at the bottom just does Walt Frazier traveler, but
Walt Frazier traveler.
Yeah, but it's clearly everyone knows it's Clyde.
I just remember that lower third and being jarred by that.
Oh well,
to refer to Clyde Frazier as just traveler, but whatever. I digress. All right, let's get to some of the calls. 800-919-3776. Ernest in Brooklyn, lead us off. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, how you doing? I love
Ernest.
you guys. You guys make me laugh all the time. But as a Jet fan, I'm sorry. I have absolutely no confidence. And if you even see the potential schedule for next year, they are my number one pick for Survivor. I'm going to make some money. I'm taking them for Survivor. Number one pick. Everybody they're playing, I'm taking them.
Okay.
I'm good for ESPN.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with this.
Yeah, that's that sounds like a really enjoyable season. If the Jets, the team you root for, are going to be the team you pick against in Survivor every week.
What do you like? If you're a Jets fan, how are you supposed to? What are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to react?
How are you supposed to react?
Shame and anger and embarrassment.
I think those are probably the right emotions to feel. It's just,
right.
I mean, it's sad. It's sad that's what you're looking forward to, is just picking against them every game because you feel like that's the best way to get through Survivor.
Yeah, but it's yeah. I mean, but it's not inaccurate. I mean, listen, they're going to make changes, and we have to kind of see what those changes are going to be. What are they going to do in free agency? What are they going to do at quarterback? Right? How are they going to draft? But right now, you look at this team, and you look at the coaching staff, and you look at the people leading this organization, and you can't feel good.
No, you can't feel good, and you don't feel good. I'm just sitting here looking at their. Oof.
Yeah, I brought it up as well.
Holy moly.
So you're at the Bears, you're at the Lions, you're at the Chiefs, you're at the Chargers, then you're home to Buffalo, and obviously the divisional games. Home to Denver, home to the Raiders, home to Green Bay, Minnesota, at Arizona, home to Cleveland, at Tennessee. So you have a couple of winnable games there.
Yeah, a couple. That's a tough schedule.
It's a tough schedule. Well, it typically when you're a really bad team, you're going to have a tough schedule just because you're taking one of the bad teams off the table, right? If you are the bad team.
Well, right, but I mean, it's also like it depends on how it lines up with division.
Of course,
like,
but you have
like
at Arizona,
schedule.
You have home to Cleveland, you have at Tennessee. Those are all winnable. You have home to the Raiders. Like there's 4 games in there right off the bat that you look at. You're like, those are not brutal games.
No, those aren't brutal games. But I mean, the other games that you listed on the road are brutal games.
Brutal, yeah.
Right, New England's a brutal game.
You have to go to the NFC North, right? You have to play the NFC North. That's maybe the best division of football.
Buffalo's going to be good. I would even say that Tennessee.
Well, your division is a problem now.
Right, now you got to go up against Robert Saleh.
But your division wasn't a problem because it was Buffalo's really good, Miami's meh, and New England's not good. And now your division is back to being a problem.
Yeah, Patriots in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm well aware.
Artie Brooklyn. Artie, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, good morning, guys. Whoever we get is better than what we had, right? So, I mean, I'm looking at it like that. And if it doesn't work, we're cleaning house, and we're going to go get a guy like I look at Tomlin, but somebody like who's going to bring in his own coaches and stuff like that. Look, if you don't have a quarterback, where are you going? But with me, what I would do as a defensive coach, everybody was saying that Denver still had a chance, and they did with Stidman. Go develop your defense. Play the run like you wanted to, and I'm not saying you're going to win a lot of games, but that should be their goal, that kind of thing. And then pick the right quarterback that could actually help you win games. Where if it's Malik Willis, it's the kid Mariota, whoever that free agent is, or get second round, go get somebody like Chambliss and hope that Reich, if you get that guy, could develop him. That's the two ways you could go.
I think Chambliss is going back to school.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Chambliss is going to be an opportunity for the Jets.
All right, well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody like Beck, whoever that guy is. Maybe trade up and get Simpson, because I think the projected the Rams are going to get him.
Oh boy!
Whatever you do.
Could you imagine? Thanks for calling. Could you imagine if you traded up for Ty Simpson?
No, I couldn't imagine that. I could not imagine that. I mean, if he ends up being good, it won't matter. But I have a hard time believing now. I'm not going to change my opinion that I thought that Ty should go back to school for another year, and that I wouldn't take him with the 16th pick, let alone trade up for him. But if they get through the process and that's who they love,
10 to get Ty Simpson.
Listen, I'd have a hard time having confidence in it. Right? Like, I mean, there are certain coaches that even if my opinion was Ty Simpson wasn't ready, but they decided to trade up and get Ty Simpson, that you couldn't help but feel okay with it because of the coach that selected him or the organization that selected him. Right? Like, I mean, if Sean McVay traded up for Ty Simpson.
If Kyle Shanahan was like, you know what, he identified, I need Ty Simpson, you'd feel, it's the Jets. It's
right,
the
and that's
Jets,
the problem.
It's the Browns, although the Browns now have a Pro Bowl quarterback.
It's crazy.
That's embarrassing.
For the Pro Bowl, yeah.
That is just, it's embarrassing is what it is.
Yeah, listen, I mean, for Shedeur Sanders, that's awesome. But for just, I mean, as far as like people taking the Pro Bowl serious, yeah.
Mel Kiper was on his First Draft podcast, and he's going to try to sway you, Rick, and all the Jets fans, making the case for the Jets to draft Ty Simpson.
I had somebody in the league say, he doesn't have any elite traits. I've heard that crap before. Doesn't have any elite traits, okay? I'll give you guys that elite traits, and they stunk, okay? So, to me, Ty Simpson checks a lot of the boxes other than elite trait boxes. The important thing, competitiveness, smarts, accuracy, pocket awareness, being able to distribute the ball to multiple receivers, seeing the field going through progressions, okay? The clutch moments in games, not too big for Ty Simpson. He was down 17-0 to Oklahoma, right?
Yep.
Didn't flinch.
Auburn game.
Mendoza didn't flinch. Like he didn't flinch either. Got the rib in that playoff game against Indiana when D'Angelo Pons hit him, cracked the rib. I'm not saying I love Ty Simpson. He's the fifth best player on my board. Right now, if you look at the big board, Ty Simpson's at 25. I think for the Jets, it makes perfect sense.
I mean, well, that wasn't a glowing review of Ty
No,
Simpson.
but this is where I get mad at Mel. Like, you get mad at Mel because he was a Rams fan and a Colts fan and everything else, right?
Right. He was also saying he would stick with Dable and Shane.
Right. Where I get mad at him is he'll come on Tuesdays. He won't be on today, but that's fine. We got a big juicy CMT and tell us about the list of quarterbacks that don't have enough college experience and how scary that proposition is. But now with the other podcast, we'll talk about, well, for the Jets it makes sense. Why for the Jets does it all of a sudden make sense?
I don't know.
That we're so that we're so well run and so well equipped to deal with a quarterback that you have questions about because he doesn't have like elite traits or enough starts.
Right. And he's like, big moments, not too much for him. I mean, I don't remember him being great in that Oklahoma game. He was fine in the Oklahoma game. And he was a disaster in the Indiana game.
Yeah, right. I am 25th, but for the Jets, it makes sense. Why? Why for the Jets does it make sense?
Well, it's a really good point. Like, what the Jets are? There's such a dumpster fire that, like, for other teams, no, I wouldn't touch Ty Simpson. But you're the Jets. You're the little sisters of the poor. You can have Ty Simpson.
No, but for
like Ty Simpson,
right? But for like the Rams, Ty Simpson could make sense, right? Because I mean, if you got Matthew Stafford coming back, Ty Simpson's not going to play. So if Ty Simpson's just going to sit there and learn from Matthew Stafford and learn the offense and get this great experience, then that would make sense. To send him to the Jets, where we don't even know who the veteran quarterback's going to be, you got an impatient fan base. You have, I don't know if it's going to be. I mean, it looks like it could be Frank Reich calling plays with Tanner Engstrand. Like you don't have, you don't have a great quarterback room. You don't have like the proper support system around this kid. At some point you'll throw him in. Why would the Jets be perfect for Ty Simpson?
I don't know. I don't know. How many teams are like really in the quarterback market
right now?
Yeah. I mean,
Miami. Miami's got to figure out what they're doing. Arizona's got to figure out what they're doing.
Okay, so that's two.
You got Vegas is going to take Mendoza.
But Vegas is Mendoza. I don't think they're in the market. Maybe Pittsburgh.
Unless I don't know how much they like Will Howard, but yeah, they have to figure out what they're doing. But Aaron could come back with Mike McCarthy.
You see, Roethlisberger said like you should roll with Howard for 2 to 3 years and then see where you're at.
Yeah, I haven't seen enough of. So
AFC.
It sounds like they want Aaron back.
It's Miami, and it's the possibility of Pittsburgh. That's it in the AFC, right? Then NFC, the East is all set.
Well, what's Indy doing? What's Indy doing? Daniel Jones back?
Yeah, I would think so. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would think so. Depending, yeah. I mean, Tennessee's got theirs. So yeah, that's it on the AFC.
So and then the NFC is Arizona. You're assuming that Minnesota goes with McCarthy, right?
I would make that assumption.
Okay, so then it's Arizona, and that's it.
Well, depending on do the Rams address it just because they don't know how much longer Matthew Stafford's going to be there?
Maybe.
San Francisco's good. Arizona's got to figure it out. Seattle's good.
Doesn't feel like there's a ton of teams in the quarterback market this offseason.
No, there doesn't, but there's not a ton of quarterbacks that you necessarily would feel like
it's going to be Malik Willis. It's going to be Kyler Murray. It's going to be Tua.
I'm talking about drafting quarterbacks.
Drafting quarterbacks? Well, but it's not like it's a rich quarterback draft either.
No, it isn't. I mean, fortunately for us, we have 3 first-round picks in next year's draft. But
right. You know what the problem is also? At least I think so. If the Jets were to take Simpson and sign Tua, if you are 1-6, 2-8, there's going to be clamoring to get this kid in there. And I don't know if the Jets are a strong enough organization to say he's not playing this year entirely. I think the Niners are. I think the Rams are. I think there are organizations that could and would do that. I don't know that the Jets are one of those organizations.
Which is why I think that Ty Simpson for a team like that would be a perfect fit. Like Mel's making the argument because the Jets need a quarterback, and he's trying to figure out where Ty Simpson is going to go. So at 16, it would make perfect sense, right? They drafted a defensive player at 2. They have they have no quarterback. Ty Simpson's there. Why not take him at 16? Well, because you're not ready to develop Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson's not ready yet to be thrown in and play. So, like for Ty Simpson, it's not a great situation.
But
if I was Ty Simpson,
you agree there's going to be a groundswell of we got to see what this kid has.
Of course, there always is.
Yeah, there always is. And everyone that says no, we'll be smart about it, you always cave. You always do. All right, let's take a break. Come back, 7 o'clock hour. On to the Knicks we go. It's DNR with you. You know what we're not talking in the 7 o'clock hour? Weather. No, you're not allowed. DNR with you, ESPN New York. Let's see what's happening on the roads. Not the weather, the roads. Here's Debbie Duhame.
DNR, good morning. Hey, Dave, you've got the weather. I'll take care of the traffic. Alternate side parking rules are suspended for ongoing snow removal. Metered parking rules in effect. Traffic slowing down, guys, on the Cross Bronx. Your favorite road, Rick, eastbound Cross Bronx, slowing down at Castle Hill Ave. It's an accident with one lane blocked. Troubles on the eastbound Gowanus at 92nd Street. It's all due to some ongoing snow problems here in the HOV lane. They still have to clean that mess up. And over on Route 1, closed in both directions at Route 18 in New Brunswick. It's a broken water main. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. If you have questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN, New York.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff. The final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, make it count. Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over, and football is officially done. Last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing. And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing. Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
So you are pro weather.
I'm pro you. I'm here for your passion.
I feel like your love for weather is just getting out of control.
Should we be concerned that weather could be a factor tomorrow night down in Dallas?
Oh, my God. I remember that question. What a terrible question that was.
That was a bad question.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Dave actually wore a white sweatshirt in honor of the snow today, RJ. I don't know if you knew that.
Like a jersey.
I don't need
It actually says snow on the back of it.
On ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
All right, DNR with you. Big 7 o'clock hour. Within this hour, we do have CMT coming up later. And I feel like this will be an unencumbered. Artie's not going to rush through CMT to get to Mel. He's going to give us a better version. You would agree that CMT over the last, 6-8 weeks has not been the best version of CMT, right?
No, it's not the best. It's good.
It's fine.
Right, but it hasn't. And understandably, because you know how RJ is with the guests. He wants to make them feel comfortable. He don't want Mel waiting. So let's do CMT. But today is the day.
RJ, is it fair to say that today's going to be a spicy, hot CMT?
I think it'll be good. I thought. Listen, last week I thought was really good. Apparently, you two share a different sentiment, and that's okay. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I've perhaps made the mistake of stirring the Dave Rothenberg pot. Now he's going to come in with a bit of a jaded attitude, but it's my job to fight that.
I don't disagree that last week was good.
I don't remember last week at all.
Right? Oh, why would you? If you go good, okay, good. Like, I mean, then we're just average, right? But you're not average.
Well, good is not average.
Well, no, but if you're good and then not good and then good and then not good is the definition of average.
Right. So you're saying RJ is sprinkling in some subpar CMTs.
Right, which is taking down his total average, which is great.
RJ, how do you feel about that? How do you react to that?
Well, listen, we can take feedback here.
It's constructive criticism is what it is. It's not meant to be nasty. It's meant to maximize RJ CMT is what it is.
Does this work for you, RJ? When people call you out for, hey, you're not doing a great job with this, or this is below what we expect? I think get a better version of you.
I think that's where we live here. This is how we've built our identity. So who would I be to push back on that?
Okay. All right. Well, I expect great CMT today.
I'll do my best.
Could someone check this for me? Just to, I think I've checked it enough times, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm right when I say this. You had mentioned Tua. Mm-hmm. I think if you were to trade for Tua, you're taking on $54 million in guaranteed money for 26, plus another $3 million that kicks in on March 15th.
Well, correct. It's a fortune of money, but I guess there's two. A, is there a chance they just release him? And B, is there a chance they eat some of the money if you trade for him?
Right, but how much money are they going to eat?
I mean, to move on from him?
I mean, either way, they're going to have a ton of money on, like, dead money on their cap anyway.
Ton of dead money on the cap. Yeah, this is going to be, they're going to have to eat this season, Miami.
I can't imagine they're going to eat $99 million of it for 26.
No. Of
course they're going to spread that out.
They could eat some of it.
Well, no, I'm just saying dead money. If they do it, if they ahead of June 1, they eat 99. If they do it post June 1, then they'd be able to split it up where it's 67 and 26 and then 13 and 27. So either way, it's a lot of dead money.
It's a ton of dead money. Well, it was a bad contract. It was a bad contract at the time. I remember judging them and saying, why did they extend them at all? And they did, and now they're going to have to deal with it.
Right. I mean, do you do that, or do you go out and look at one of the free agents that's available?
Well, so here's the thing, though. You need to get a quarterback of the future, right? You agree that Tua is not a quarterback of the future?
No, you need to draft a quarterback, yeah.
So, I mean, I would think that you would want to try to get a stopgap kind of quarterback and then draft the quarterback. So can you have Tua for a year? Is that realistic or unrealistic? I don't know.
Well, I think that financially, what does it cost me? Do I have to, if I'm trading for him, what does it cost me? There are other free agents available that if you want to just be a stopgap.
Like Malik Willis seems a lot cleaner to me. Probably sign him to a 2-year deal. Say the job is yours year 1, year 2, you're going to groom this kid.
Right, but is that what he wants if Miami's available?
Probably not.
Right.
I'm sure he wants a crack to be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Right. I mean, does Tua fit what you're trying to do here? Like, is Tua good enough in cold weather for you?
I wouldn't go with Tua.
Right, you're going to be playing games in New England. You're going to be playing games in Buffalo. Like, I mean,
Right.
I don't know if that's necessarily what you want to do.
I think Tua he's too in. I mean, it's only a matter of time before he gets hurt. He's not very good in cold weather.
I mean, you're playing in Chicago. You're playing in Kansas City.
And you play here, which has the potential to be cold.
Right, so, I mean, I don't know if that makes any sense. And then you look at what else is available free agent-wise. I mean, you have Marcus Mariota's a free agent. You got
you know what? I think Marcus Mariota for a year would be more than serviceable.
Well, you need to get a quarterback that you know is going to be okay with whatever the plan ends up being.
That's right.
Like, I think Malik Willis is probably shown, probably felt like he's shown enough this year where he wants to go to a place where he actually has a job.
He wants a chance, like a legitimate, fair chance to be the starting quarterback.
Well, to keep the job at least.
Right. No, I think that. No, I don't know if he's earned that, but there might be a team. The Dolphins might give him that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, is it the Dolphins? I think he has the potential that maybe he should, like in his mind, maybe now this is my time. I've shown enough. Now I got Halfley going to Miami. He's seen what I can do. He's been around me. Maybe this is my opportunity. I mean, Mitch Trubisky's available. Jimmy Garoppolo's
I don't
available.
want Trubisky.
Teddy Bridgewater's available.
I don't want Teddy Bridgewater. Do you?
No, I'm just saying those are the free agent. Those are the free agents that are available.
Mariota, I think, is highly enticing, and if you could make it work functionality with Malik Willis, I think that's enticing as well.
Yeah, like Marcus Mariota and what he's done with Jaden Daniels. I mean, that seems like it would make sense.
I mean, you watch that quarterback show. He seems like he's a great kid. He's a competent NFL quarterback. Like when he came in last year, it's not like their offense was dysfunctional. They were fine.
Yeah, no, listen, I think he's a pro, right? I mean, he's had the opportunity to be a starter.
God's sakes. You need a professional quarterback.
Yeah, you need an adult, but you also need someone to recognize that, hey, like this is my job for now. But once we draft the next guy, it's also going to be my job now to make sure that he's ready.
You know who you need? You can't have him, but you know who you need?
Jameis Winston. Yep,
that's exactly right.
Thanks.
Am I wrong with that though?
No, I don't think you're wrong with that. But that's, I mean, again, I think that's what Marcus Mariota has been for Jaden Daniels, and he's been for Washington.
I agree. I think that would be the perfect fit, but we'll see. I also think if we look at it and we say that would be the perfect fit for the Jets, that there's probably other teams that would be interested in Mariota.
Yeah, like Washington.
To keep him and be the guy behind Jaden Daniels?
I mean, Jaden Daniels is coming off a subpar season where he was hurt a lot, so we got to worry about injury. Marcus Mariota's been able to step in and be good, and on top of the fact they probably have, I mean, it seems like they got a great relationship.
You have any reservations about Jaden Daniels in Washington?
Do I have any reservations?
Yeah, like
the injury
great
thing.
year was one magical year. He was awesome, but now he's been hurt all year, and he wasn't as great this year. Like, do you have any reservations about him?
No, not yet.
No, not yet?
No.
Injury-wise, any reservations?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, I don't know how you couldn't at this point. He's not a big guy.
He's not a big guy, and he takes a lot of punishment.
He does.
And he's gotten hurt numerous times.
Yeah, but his first year was so good.
It was great. But that's like the RG3 thing, right?
Yeah, but, I mean, RG3 had a devastating
he also had a
leg
massive injury.
And plus, the whole dynamic there didn't seem right either.
Well, he and Shanahan did not get along even a little bit. Speaking of not getting along, I mean, we have been here. We are back here. It's not going to go away. The worst version of Karl Anthony Towns, the louder this noise is going to get. Of course, we'll talk about this with Ian Begley at 8:30 this morning, and that's the Knicks and Giannis. It's not going to go away. And I'm telling you right now, and I think you feel the same way, he's not going to be on Milwaukee for a very long time.
Well, he's hurt now.
Right, and he's at 4 to 6, yes.
Right, so, I mean, I don't think it's something that gets done during the season. I don't think that trade happens this season.
It probably doesn't.
I actually read an article this morning that the Knicks were interested in Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday's a nice player.
I mean, nice player. Pair him with Jalen Brunson, and on top of how Giannis feels about Drew Holiday.
By the way,
that also make it more
enticing?
enticing?
Trade deadline is like in a week.
It's right around the corner, yes.
I think it's, February 5th?
That sounds right. I don't know the exact date, but that sounds right.
Yeah, so February 5th, so I think that's next Thursday is the trade deadline?
That's February 5th.
My God. So, yeah, Drew Holiday would be intriguing. I understand they're not going to get Giannis, but I don't think anybody's going to get Giannis now.
Well, no, listen, Giannis feels like he's done in Milwaukee.
Feels it.
Right? Like, I mean, it sounded like there was the flirtation this offseason, and there was one place he wanted to go, and that was the Knicks, and that didn't happen, and now it feels like he's just over it. I mean, the crowd booing him booing the crowd, him calling his teammates out.
It was a great run. They won a championship. There was a time where you looked at him and said, this is the best player, maybe in the world, but it feels like the marriage between Milwaukee and Giannis is done. And I guess it'll determine what are the Knicks this season. Like, what do the Knicks do in the postseason? Because if the Knicks have a great postseason run, maybe that gets squashed a little bit. But if the Knicks bow out in the second round, it's only going to amplify the Knicks going after Giannis this offseason.
Right, but I don't even think it's if the Knicks bow out in the second round. I think it's if you come to the conclusion after watching this team through the playoffs that even if they get to the NBA Finals and then you watch them up against whoever comes out of the West, if it's Oklahoma City again and they're just overmatched, you lose the NBA Finals in 5. Like, there's still going to be the thought, hey, if we add, depending on what we have to lose to get Giannis, does Giannis put us closer to being able to compete and beat Oklahoma City?
Well, it would depend on what you have to give up, but I can answer this question right now, and I'm sure Knicks fans will hear this and be annoyed. There's not a championship team. They're not. This team is not. I don't think there's a lot of.
I don't think there's a lot of Knicks fans right now at the moment that feel like this is a championship team.
But I have to be honest, and I just don't look at this team and think for me, and you can disagree. I think there's a better chance this team bows out in the first round than wins the NBA title.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Fine, you don't have to. I don't look at this team at all and think this screams this is a championship caliber team.
Right, but I also don't know, and this was something that we were going to have to deal with this season, if you're getting the best version of this team necessarily. Because, the start of the season was good.
Great.
Was really good. And they win the NBA Cup, and then all of a sudden things went downhill, and now you get the locker room bickering, and we're more focused on Karl Anthony Towns' defense than we are his touches, and all these different things. And that was something that we talked about last season too. So it doesn't seem like the coaching change has really helped that. And on top of the fact that Karl Anthony Towns offensively has had his worst season, which makes this which makes it even worse. Because it's much easier to live with a guy who's not really giving you everything he can defensively if he's just awesome offensively.
Right. If he's 27 and 12 every single night and there's no nights off and look what he did the other night. He took 6 shots. He took 4 shots recently. He's having a subpar offensive season. This is a guy that should give you 25 points when he walks onto the court the way he plays.
Right. There is I think the thought going into the season with the change at head coach and the excitement there was. I remember going back to the first game and look at how many guys Mike Brown's playing. He's not going to be afraid to mix it up and try things and all these. He's collaborating and all these different things. That at this point of the season, we'd be talking about, maybe one team that you felt like in the East could stand in their way. Maybe it would end up being Detroit, just because of how hard fought that season was. Do we have anyone to slow down Cade Cunningham? They weren't healthy. All the different reasons why it would be a tough matchup. Could there be one team that stands in our way from getting to get into the NBA Finals? The conversation I hear now is more like how many teams are the Celtics now a problem? Is this team a problem?
Yeah, the Celtics are a problem.
Right. So, that's more the conversation now. And I think part of that, and I guess I'm going to be willing at the moment to give them the benefit of the doubt is because they're now like every other NBA team. Right? They're just trying to get to the playoffs. That's it.
Right.
So, and I don't know, for me personally, you guys know my personality. I would have a hard time with that. Wrapping my arms around, hey, they're just going to be nights where we just don't play we got guys that just aren't playing
but
their
that's
hardest.
What they are. They now fall in line. They wanted to win the NBA Cup. A little much for me, fine. They wanted to. They won it. But it feels like to me now the Knicks are, let's tread water in the regular season and let's turn it on in the postseason and let's see what we have. And 2 things. A, that's a dangerous game. B, I don't think it's is Detroit better? Clearly right now Detroit is better. And then, is Boston better? I don't think Toronto is better. Is Cleveland right there with you? Do you want to see Miami in a series? Orlando? Now, I know that they're banged up, but Orlando's a team that's giving you trouble.
Philly with a healthy Embiid could be a problem.
Yeah, I just think the Knicks find their way past Philadelphia. But you're right. You're right. I don't look at it. It's Detroit and the Knicks and everybody else. I look at it's Detroit and everybody else.
But it was supposed to be the Knicks and everybody else.
Yes,
was
it
my
was.
Point.
But do you feel like it is?
No, I don't. But I also like. Here's the thing that I was nervous about when they made the decision to move on from Tibbs, is in the moment when you make that change as a player on that team, you may feel like it's in your best interest because hey, enough is enough. Like we're grinding too hard. He's pushing us too hard. Until you realize that there are guys on the team that probably need that, and I don't want to be the one that has to provide that. Like I could see someone like Josh Hart having a hard time with this whole idea that we're going to kind of just get our way, just make our way through the regular season, and we'll turn it on in the postseason. He doesn't feel like a turn it on, turn it off kind of guy. Like this is just Josh Hart is who he is.
Well, fair, but that's who they are.
No, I know
he might be who he is, but that's what they are right now. They're a let's make it through the regular season team, pick up the pieces when we get to April, and let's see where we are.
Okay,
and let's turn it on.
And that's again. I mean, I
don't like it either. But do you disagree?
No, I don't. I'm the one that talked to. I told you this was going to happen. Like this was something that we would be dealing with this season. Is that what you weren't going to get in it's what we fell in love with was this, this team that could steal wins because they were actually playing hard during the regular season when everyone else wasn't. That's not who we are anymore.
That's not who they are because they're too good for that.
Oh, we're going to manage our way through the regular season so that we're at our best for the postseason.
That's right. We got to make sure that Mitchell Robinson's healthy. We can't overtax Jalen Brunson, OG, the whole thing. So we'll see. Listen, we might be sitting here in June being like, can you believe we thought the Knicks weren't what they turned into? It's possible. I don't expect it, but it's possible.
This team's going to be judged in the postseason.
That's
we
all
knew
this
that going
team's
into the
gonna be
season.
judged on.
Right.
Honestly, it doesn't matter if you have 30 losses, 20 losses, 50. It doesn't matter. What is going to matter is what they are in the postseason. Period. End of sentence. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And I can understand why that would also be frustrating as you're going through it, though.
It is frustrating.
Well, what I'm saying as a player, I can understand why it'd be frustrating.
I'm sure that for certain, I'm sure there are players on the team like, oh, thank God that every game is not pedal to the metal. We have to go out there and give everything we have and play 42 minutes. And I'm sure there are players that are like, well, where's any sense of urgency, though, in the regular season?
Well, I mean, there are guys that want to go out there and compete and that want to win. And if I'm giving you everything I got and someone isn't because they're just trying to get through the regular season to get to the postseason, I could understand why I would be frustrated by that.
Yeah, I totally agree. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to your calls on the Knicks, 800-919-3776. I mean, halfway through the season, what's your take on where we are with this Knicks team? DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $189 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM844-681, MSRP $29,075. Zero security deposit ends 2/2/26.
Who's ready to hit the ice? Get ready for another exciting hockey season with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night. Don't miss any of the action on the ice by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today and make your bets. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards may vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Listen, I know the mentality. You try to play through pain and walk it off. Push through one more day. But when it comes to neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that's a losing game. That's when you call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical solutions that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no dependence on pain meds. He builds you a custom game plan for you so that you can move better, feel better, and live pain-free. Same day or next day appointments are available. Visit SandwellPain.com. Stop managing pain. Start beating it.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters' experience, combined with their award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Talk about stepping up! Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Did you see Chris Carter's congratulatory tweet to the Seattle Seahawks?
No, I didn't see it.
I'll read it for you.
Okay.
Hell of a win by Seattle, and congratulations to Sam Darnell.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
It's not what you want.
Nope. Big congrats to the great Sam Darnell.
Darnell.
D-A-R-N-E-L-L.
Well, Darnell was good in that game.
Darnell was the equivalent of Stafford in that game.
Yeah.
He was.
I know. That's a big moment for him. I mean, he was the only kind of, impediment to them getting to the Super Bowl, I think, in a lot of people's opinion.
Right. And not only was he not an impediment, he buoyed them to a Super Bowl.
He was good.
Like, because their defense, how about this? You think I'm all weather, nothing more? How about this?
Okay.
Seahawks are on a 9-game winning streak, right?
Yep.
2 of those games against the Rams, yes?
That's right.
Okay. 64 points allowed against the Rams in those 2 wins. The other 7 wins, 68 points allowed.
Yeah, that does. I mean, just look at what Stafford did in those 2 games.
That's a good stat. You just gloss right over it.
It's a great stat. I think I might have already seen that stat.
Well, but that doesn't mean everyone has heard that stat.
It's a great stat. Fantastic stat.
Thank you.
Phenomenal stat.
Okay. Now go ahead now.
Well, no. I'm just the 2 games that he played against them. So Week 16, and then the game he just played against them. And the game he just played against them, he was 22 of 35 for 374, 3 touchdowns. In Week 16, he was.
This is Stafford you're talking about.
This is Stafford. And again, this is one of the best defenses in the league. It was 29 to 49 for 457.
That's crazy.
Right. So
he's for way over 800 yards in 2 losses.
In 2 losses, and 6 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah.
And 2 losses.
Yeah. So, but it leaves you with a taste in your mouth thinking, yeah, maybe Seattle's defense isn't that great, but I don't think that's fair. I think Seattle's defense is great unless they're going up against the Rams, who seem to have the ultimate elixir against that great defense.
That's right. And now going up against a New England Patriots offense that hasn't, against good defenses, against really good defenses, just hasn't hasn't been great. Like Drake May hasn't been great. And now he's going up against this Seattle defense.
Drake May in the postseason has been very average.
And I don't know if that's just because of it's the postseason and this is his first time playing in the postseason.
Yeah, or they've gone up against legitimately good defenses too.
Well, they have. I mean, listen, the Chargers defense is good. Houston's
the
defense,
Chargers defense is very good. The Texans defense is great. The Broncos defense is very good.
And
But it gets no easier.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Is that you just gave me those numbers, which is a great stat. Like pat yourself on the back. Tremendous stat. You're not just the weather.
See,
guy.
RJ, I'm not all weather and flurries.
It feels like he's babying you, but yeah.
No, I'm not babying him. So against Seattle's defense against every other team outside of Matthew Stafford and the Rams lives up to the billing, right? It's a great defense, and now they're not going up against Matthew Stafford. They're going up against an offense that has struggled against really good defenses. Now, which defense is better? I don't know. Is Houston's defense better than Seattle's defense?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so I mean, this is better than Jarrett Stidham and Denver going up against Seattle. But I mean, this is again another great. That's a gauntlet of defenses that Drake May and this team is going up against.
You're not wrong, but herein lies the problem. Chargers offense not great, right?
No.
Texans offense not great.
Correct.
Broncos offense without Bo Nix not great.
Well, and especially then the snow.
Right. Now you're going to have perfectly, great weather, Sam Darnold, and that offense. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they're able to slow it down.
Right, but how much credit do you want to give? I think we also do have to give the Patriots defense credit, though, also. Right, that's still a good defense.
I think the Patriots are a good football team. I don't think they're as good as Seattle.
We're going to find out.
And they also haven't played great in this postseason. Like, their defense has played very well. They haven't played great, complete games.
Offense hasn't been what Drake May hasn't been the same guy, but you still have seen, their special teams has been good. Their ability to take the ball away has been good.
The thing that's so impressive to me is that I did not, and I'm wrong, and it's fine, and I'm willing to admit it and fall on the sword. I did not think Seattle could win that game, where it was like, okay, it's going to be a battle of the defenses don't have a lot, Stafford and that offense, Darnold and that offense, and Darnold can play equal or better than Stafford, and they can outscore them. I didn't think they had that in them, and they did, and that's how they won the game. And tremendous credit is deserved to Seattle.
Well, I mean, in fairness, and I know some wacky stuff happened. I mean, they won the Week 16 game, 38-37.
But he wasn't great in that game.
No, he wasn't great. He hadn't been great in the two games. I think it was 2 touchdowns,
I
6
didn't think
interceptions.
he could outduel Matthew Stafford, and he did.
He did. To Ira's delight, because Ira's rooting as hard as he ever rooted for anyone for Sam Darnold to win the Super Bowl, is that, I mean, the amount of pressure that poor kid must have felt. Not poor kid, because pressure's a privilege, but in that moment, I got the defense, we're here, and he hears the talk. Everyone hears the talk. Knowing that you've struggled against the Rams, right? Last year you had a couple opportunities where you didn't come through in those big moments, and here it is. This is it. This is the biggest moment, NFC Championship game. And I got to go back and forth.
And he was awesome.
Matthew Stafford.
And he was absolutely awesome. From that early throw to Shaheed, and then he was making, whatever Smith and Bibby, whatever we call him, he was open all game long.
Yeah. They got some weapons. That was a good move. Again, credit to the entire organization, because Mike McDonald's awesome. Schneider's awesome. Bringing in Shaheed, for special teams as a second weapon. Kenneth Walker looked like he was shot out of a cannon in the first quarter of that game. And Sam played well.
Yeah. You mentioned Ira. He picks up the phone. He calls because he wants to talk to you. Ira in Staten Island. Good morning, Ira. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, fellas. Rick, love you. We're going to talk about this Donald thing. But, it's funny with this game. Oh, by the way, didn't we draft Will McDonald instead of that star receiver from the Seahawks?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
And Christian Gonzalez, too, you could have had. But, yes, you took Will McDonald.
Yeah, another good move by our organization. But to me, I think Kenneth Walker is the key to the entire game. Because I think Donald, he'll be fine. I think the Patriots will be able to put up some points. But I think if the Patriots can't control Kenneth Walker, I think Seattle walks away with this game.
Well, listen, I think on the other side of that too, though, I mean, how important Ramondre Stevenson has been for the Patriots. Just running the ball, pass protection, catching the ball out of the backfield. I mean, the Patriots, as far as ability to match up, they've been playing more man and trying to put more pressure on the quarterback. I mean, between Gonzalez, who's a great corner, I mean, they got two good corners. They're really well coached. They've been able to. I mean, they've been able to put pressure on the quarterback. Kenneth Walker, outside of early on in that game, didn't do much.
No, I think he averaged a little more than 3 yards a carry.
I think it was like 3.3 yards a carry. But early on in that game, he looked like he was a different speed than everybody
I told
else.
you, that run on that first touchdown was an underrated, phenomenal run. He had no business scoring on that play.
No. The other thing, the Patriots, man, I mean, just the development of Drake May here into year 2 with Josh McDaniels, the season that Steph Diggs has had, Booty on the outside, and then what they've been able to do, like what they did in free agency, right? The money that they spent, just like hitting on every single person that they brought in. Like they really are, man. I mean, from top to bottom now, they're back.
Great.
And it's
Didn't you think
scary.
we were done with this though?
It's a scary problem. Yeah, but the good teams come back.
But not typically. They were a 4-win team last year.
No, listen, but there was a bunch of those though. Like, I mean, look what Chicago did. Look what Jacksonville did.
Seattle also wasn't a very good team.
Right.
Last
I mean,
year.
it can happen fast.
I
think that's probably. I mean, I think that's
raked over the coals with her like tweet when they made the trade. Like, I don't know about trading Geno Smith. I don't think you're getting anything better on the open market.
Yeah, I did see that. I think she admitted she was. I think she
did.
Yeah,
she's like, I couldn't be more wrong. It was a terrible take, and people are still crushing her for it.
All right, you're not gonna bat 1,000 here, but I mean, I think that's probably why when you see these teams turn around as quickly as they turn around, why owners are so. It seems like willing to all of a sudden just make changes as quickly as they make changes. Right? Like, I mean, if you have teams that just like, well, boom, we changed the coach, and the team turns around this quickly, especially if you got the GM in the owner's ear talking about how we got plenty of talent, just not being coached the right way.
Well, we'll see if the appropriate coach is able to change the franchise with the Giants. All right, let's break. 800-919-3776. We'll come back. A little more Knicks into CMT, run by anti-weather guy RJ Santillo. It's DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff. The final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, make it count. Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over, and football is officially done. Last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Looking for the best meat and seafood? Meat and seafood market.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train.
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks, think train.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Wendy here. If you're looking to add a star player to your financial roster, you should take a look at SoFi's personal loans. SoFi's got some amazing moves that would be a valued addition to any team, like low fixed rates when you consolidate your debt, no fees required, and as soon as same-day funding. View your rate at SoFi.com/roster to get started. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/roster. NMLS 696891.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. 7 o'clock, Devils host the Winnipeg Jets. Then 7:30, Knicks welcome the Kings. That should be a nice win for the Knicks to MSG. 9 o'clock, Nets are in Phoenix to take on the Suns. And that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. The Knicks, well, they won a couple in a row now, right? They won that game when they just obliterated the Nets, which was an embarrassing game. And then they beat Philadelphia over the weekend. It would be nice. I know that we look at the postseason as what you're looking for, but it would be nice to get on a little run here to quiet the critics of the Knicks. Right.
I mean, it would be nice to have a little stretch here where they start playing better basketball, and we're not hearing players, come out and talk about some of the issues going on inside the locker room. Like, I mean, those are issues that could cause real problems here.
It could fracture a team, is what it could.
Right, as we get into the postseason. I mean, there are teams in the East now that are going to pose a problem. So I don't need, your second best player to be at odds with the rest of the team because he's not giving them, the appropriate amount of effort. I mean, listen, it was the coach. It's Josh Hart. I mean, that's a problem.
It's a big problem, and if things don't go well, where the finger's going to be pointed.
Yeah, well, it's already pointed there.
Well, I know that's my point. Is that you know exactly what they're going to do. Like if this thing blows up in the postseason, no one's going to blame Brunson or OG or Josh Hart. It's going to be Karl Anthony Towns.
Right, he's in the crosshairs. Just like last year. He was the guy that everyone would point to.
Yes.
Because it's not going to be
so
Jalen.
Wildly inconsistent.
Right, but it also comes with the expectations, right? I mean, I know you traded to get Mikal Bridges, but as far as, how they're viewed in the NBA, the big swing, the missing piece was Karl Anthony Towns. Right? I mean, he's got the relationship with Leon. We heard his name forever, and then boom, it's him. And you get all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and there were times during that run where he looked disengaged, and we saw some of the same stuff that we're talking about now. So it hasn't been fixed. It seems like there's a level of frustration with Mike Brown because the thing. Here's what it sounds like to me: is there are players inside that locker room that aren't necessarily thrilled with their roles in the new system. Also, there are players inside that locker room that aren't giving the appropriate amount of effort on a consistent basis.
Yep, I agree with that.
So now I got players blaming the coach, players blaming each other. It sounds like it's a bit of a mess right now. But when it was going good, it was going good.
Right. And do I think you could get back to going well? Yeah, I do. I think you could. I think it's very fickle. I think the Knicks are they're teetering, where if they got going, it could get going, and all that could be a thing of the past. And I think if things went poorly and they got bounced in the postseason before you anticipated or were okay with, I think this could spiral out of control.
Well, the owner's already said that he's expected to win a championship. Right? That's what the expectations for this team is. So if this team, doesn't get that, doesn't get the job done, then I would assume that there's going to be changes.
I don't know how anybody could think this is a championship caliber team.
Well, thinking it's a championship caliber team or in having expectations that it should be a championship caliber team are two different things.
Okay, but aren't those unfair expectations? Like, how could we have the expectation that this team, from the owner, from anybody, could look at this team and be like, yeah, this should be a championship caliber team?
When we started the season, was the expectation to what?
To go to the finals.
Right. To be in the NBA finals.
Right.
Right. So that, yes, of course. It's how we view the team as the season progresses could change, but that was the expectation. So if they don't reach that expectation, it's going to change. Fair or unfair. They're going to give it a shot with this group of players, and if this group of players doesn't work and Giannis wants to be a Knick, guess who's going to be a Knick? We'll try to make a Knick. Is us. That's what they're going to do.
I understand that. I get it. But
there's not going to be any patience where it's like, well, hey, things didn't, it's year one of Mike Brown. Things didn't work out, so we're going to say, hey, no to Giannis, and we'll keep this group together.
No,
that's not going to happen.
If this team underperformed, now I guess the question is, if you go to the finals, let's just say a great run, go to the finals, you lose to Oklahoma City in a tough-fought 6-game series. Is that we've got to make changes, or is that this was a hell of a season, you just fell a tad short?
I think you'll know when you see it. Right? At that point, you'd probably assume that it would just be some tweaks. If we were tooth and nail and we lost in 6 games and it could have gone, a couple bounces could have gone either way.
Right. Maybe you run it back, right?
Yeah, you run it back, tweak some things. Going into year 2, they're more familiar with the system. That'll be enough to get us over the edge. But, this window only stays open for so long.
Right. It's not like you're a young team.
No, and plus, you're going to have Tatum's going to be back. You got another year in Detroit of experience. Who knows what Orlando looks like?
Orlando, when healthy, is a scary team.
So, this is why there was a sense of urgency on this season, because of all the things that Halliburton's going to be back with the Pacers.
Do you believe that the Eastern Conference will ever be more manageable than it is now for the Knicks to get to the NBA Finals? I would say no.
No, just for the reasons that we just talked about, with Tatum being back, and then the Celtics are a problem now. You can get Tatum back.
Right, Halliburton's going to come back. Tatum's going to come back. The Pistons are getting better. Orlando's going to get better. You can never discount Miami. I don't think Atlanta's a team that's going to be bad moving forward. So, no, I think that there's a lot of reason for, I don't want to say desperation, but for immediacy. Like, you need to get to certain areas right now.
Right, so there's not going to be patience here. So
Nor should there be.
Hey, you either figure it out now and take advantage of this, or something's going to change. Especially when one of the best players in basketball, it sounds like his preference is to be a Knick. Right? That only makes it worse.
It does. It makes it more difficult.
Because you're managing that on the side.
And how do you say no? That? Like, if he's banging the drum from Milwaukee saying, I want to be a member of the Knicks, and you don't get to where you want to get to this postseason, how do you say no? You'd almost have to make that trade for him.
There's fans that would do it now. Like there would, I guarantee.
You'd have to walk me through what the trade is going to be, but I'm not opposed to doing it now if that was something you could do.
Right. But there are people that would do that right now, and I think there's another segment of the fan base that wants to see at least give this team a chance to run this thing through, and then we can make our decision up afterwards. Especially with Giannis being hurt, and I don't know how hurt he actually is or whatever's going on, but listen, there's a real chance that we get through this season. And Giannis is on a different team. Ja Morant's on a different team.
Mm-hmm.
It could all look different. And you just hope at that point, like, Giannis is on your team. Because if he's not on your team, well, he ends up in Miami, then what?
Well, then you have a real problem on your hands. I'm telling you,
team we're talking
you
about.
will never get, and I'm not saying the Knicks are a great team, but I think the Knicks are a pretty good team. You will never have an easier route to the NBA Finals than you do this season.
Right, which is why I think there's such a level of frustration.
I understand. I agree.
Right, let's use Ben, for example.
All right.
Ben plays college baseball.
By the way, they start practice today in 18 inches of snow. Yeah.
But so Ben plays college baseball. Mm-hmm. So you've shown me videos of Ben. Ben is a really good baseball player. So you've seen Ben be one of the best players on his team.
Right.
So if Ben isn't, I could understand why there'd be a level of frustration from you and from Ben, because Ben knows what Ben's capable of doing. So when I look at the Knicks and the start that they got off to, the fact that they were in the Eastern Conference Finals, the start that they get off to, the fact that they won the NBA Cup, and now to look like this, I could understand why, as a player on that team, knowing the sense of urgency, knowing the expectations, why I would be frustrated. Like I'd be pissed right now that this is what's going. Like this is how we look.
And I think you should,
because we should all feel the same sense of urgency, knowing again, because it's not us just talking about it. Everyone's paying. Like we all pay attention, right? Like guys know what's going on in the league. Fellas, we're in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. There's no Tatum. There's no Halliburton, right? What were they, 23-9? What was the start they got off to, 23-9?
Red hot start. I don't remember the exact number.
Win the NBA Cup.
Right.
Like, we know what we're capable of doing, and this isn't it. Like, let's not take this opportunity for granted. I know that, it's easy to get complacent and coast through this thing.
But who, and I said this a couple of weeks ago, who are you to take anything for granted? I mean, you, like the Knicks. Like, you've done nothing.
You're right, but again, I think that's why you would probably be one of the players on the team that was probably frustrated.
I am. As a fan, I'm frustrated.
Like, we need to capitalize on this. Like this, it's only so that very rarely do chances like this present themselves where we feel like we're equipped to get through the East and be in the NBA Finals, especially under the circumstances of what's going on in the East. Like, not only are we talented enough, but the East is also so wide open with all the stuff that's gone on that this is a year we can take advantage of. And you don't know how many of those years exist during your career.
That's exactly right. You're 100%. This is a team that hasn't won a championship in 50 years. It's time.
Right, it's time. So I could feel that urgency. As a player, I could feel that. And I wouldn't want to let that slip away. And, there are things that happen during the season that you can't control. Injuries. There's all sorts of things, uncontrollable things that can affect your season. But a lot of what we're talking about right now is controllable stuff. It's Karl-Anthony Towns actually working hard on defense.
Right, and it's effort. And it's effort. And again, does it when you're shorthanded and you're taking on some of these teams, fine, whatever, lose that game. But there's like that Dallas game. There's games that you watch you're disgusted by with this club right now.
Right, and there's games I'm sure the players watch where they're disgusted with some of the efforts. Coach has been disgusted with some of the efforts.
And rightfully so. Fans, coaches, all of it. And you know what? It'll all go away if in April and May and June you're good. And if you're not, then it'll be a bigger deal than it is right now.
Right, but on good teams, right, on championship caliber teams, you're able to go kind of like what we do. And I'm not comparing us to the Knicks, but if there's anyone in the show that's frustrated with somebody, we tell them. And it's not to hurt your feelings. It's not to get into a fight. It's not to, to have the relationship get bad. It's to make the whole show better. It's to make you better. That makes the whole show better. And if you're open to that, that's how. That's great. If you're not, and
but it doesn't feel like the Knicks have that same. You can just say whatever you want at any point.
Well, what concerns me the most is that now we have to have now we're using now Josh Hart is out talking about it in the media. Those are conversations that you have. Hey, Kat. Come on, man. What are we doing here? We need more from you. You know how important you are to the team. If you're not giving us effort on defense, it affects the whole defense. And we all now struggle because we got one piece that's not working as hard as everybody else. And I felt like that's something that they had in the past, and I don't know if that necessarily with the new dynamic.
Well, they did, and even if they didn't as much as you might want to, the coach would demand that you would give as much.
And what
do
we hear about Mike Brown? Before the season, from guys that have been coached by Mike Brown. He's a good number 2. He's your buddy. Which is great. Assistant coaches being your buddy is great. As long as you got a head coach that's not afraid to hurt your feelings once in a while and not be your buddy.
Right. Well, we'll see. Listen, it's a work in progress.
See, that right there is the interesting thing, though, for me, And what it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite things when you try to build a line in hockey or build a team just in general, is trying to find that right mix. Because there are certain guys that aren't great players, that are unbelievable leaders because they have that special something where it's like they don't care if they hurt you. Like they don't need to be your buddy. They just need to get the best out of you. Because a lot of that's hard for a lot of people. Right, because you're trying to manage your relationships in the locker room. Like, you want to be friends with somebody.
Well, I mean, you're a team. You're together all the time. You don't want to make it uncomfortable.
Right, but so it's like it puts you in a weird spot because if you still want to maintain that relationship, how does me calling you out affect that relationship, especially if I know you're sensitive? Because I still want to be your buddy.
Yeah.
I still want to play cards. I still want to do all those things. So
Well, I mean, the great leaders can do both, right? They can navigate that line of I'm allowed to go this far, and then we'll leave it at that. I'll tell you how I feel, and then we'll go fishing and hang out and get dinner and be buddies.
Right, but it's much. It makes it much easier on everybody if you also have that as with the coach, because it takes some of the pressure off you to do it. Right, because there are plenty of times when you want to call someone out, but if you got the coach calling that person out, now all of a sudden you don't have to you don't have to put yourself in the middle of that.
Absolutely. Well, that was the problem with the Cowboys, right? When Barry Switzer wouldn't do it.
Right, exactly right. And that puts me in a weird spot because I don't want to have to do it all the time.
No. Occasionally fine, all the time not fun. RJ?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Is that really true?
I think so.
Okay, good. Did you see that man climb that building?
I watched it last night.
I watched some of it. It made me very anxious, even though I know
made me so nervous.
I saw a video of it, and I was like, oh, God, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I know he makes it, and it still makes me anxious.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Did you see when he climbed the other thing, on the other dock when he climbed?
No. I heard that this guy makes almost no money doing this.
I'm not comfortable with
I think
him
Netflix
continuing.
paid him like $500,000.
How much?
I think Netflix paid him $500,000.
That's all?
That doesn't feel like it's enough to climb a building.
I would like him to stop.
Watch the doc on Netflix where he climbs the rock.
I forget what the wrestler?
Oh, he doesn't climb the rock. He climbs a rock. He climbs I forget what it was. But he's sticking his hands in crevices. Like, I don't know how he does it.
Like one slip and that's it.
Yeah, one slip is right. He's got no rope, nothing. He's putting a little of the resin on his hands. I don't know how and then he's just pulling himself up. I don't know how, at some point he's like, I don't know. The whole thing is amazing to me.
Do you think there are people watching this live rooting for him to fall?
How could there not be?
There probably are, right?
You're a real sick individual if you want to see him fall.
I think that's awful. But you think that everyone tuning in is like, come on, man, make it to the top. Make it to the top. No. I'm sure there are some people like, oops.
Well,
there are people hate watching.
Definitely.
There are, but what is the it's not like you're going to see it. Netflix isn't going to. I mean, God forbid that were to happen.
Still gives you a ton of
I think Netflix has to show it
live. No.
Well, no,
Netflix has to show it, don't they?
Do they?
I don't.
The whole purpose of having
show
it.
a guy falling like that.
See, it sounds like you'd be one of the guys interested in seeing the guy fall.
No, but if you're there, there are people waiting in the windows taking pictures. Like, you're there to see the what if.
I don't want to think about this now.
When do you want to think about this?
No, just the
his
thought
wife
of the guy
was there.
falling. Oh no,
is who?
No,
his wife was there. They were interviewing his wife.
I don't know. Could you imagine if your spouse climbed a building like that?
No.
No.
Dude, could you imagine when as he's completing each stage of the climb, and then he stands up and looks over the edge with how windy it was? There is no chance.
No. Didn't they have to postpone it because it was too windy the day before?
Yeah.
I think
and it was still
right?
windy when he did it.
Oh my God.
What are we?
I don't like going in a plane.
What are we even discussing?
The man that climbed that building.
I'm just
1,700. It was that was 1,700 feet.
How much out of end would they have to give you, Dave, to do that climb?
I would. You could. I'm not even kidding. You could offer me all the money in the world.
It would be Dave's body that you would have to. Someone would have to carry up the building because there's no way he'd be so drugged up.
I wouldn't do it if I had harnesses all the way up the building. Would you?
Drugged up Dave? You think?
If I had harnesses,
drugged up Dave would fall right down.
No, somebody would have to carry you up. But I'm just wondering if drugged up you would allow them.
Drugged up, I'd have to take so much drugs I would be passed out.
You'd be carrying a body. That's it.
They're like, hey, how did I get to the top of this building?
You get that extra weight.
I would
exercise.
I think with harnesses I would do it.
No, I would not. RJ, would you do it with harnesses?
I got no interest.
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying I'm interested. I'm not interested in doing it. But if you offered me $500,000 with a harness,
I don't know that.
I offer
I don't know
you
that
$1 million cash waiting for you at the top of the building. You're not doing it
with a harness.
I think you'd poop in your pants.
With a harness, with a harness, we can have a discussion.
With a harness, I would do it. I don't think I'd make it up.
Without a harness for $500,000, no way. What are we doing?
The guy climbed for an hour and a half.
What are we doing?
I don't know how his forearms and his fingers. I don't know how he was able to do it.
Because he's staring death in the face. That's how.
I mean, I guess he trained. Like that's just how hard he trains. But that's wild. I'm telling you, watch.
You know that building in the city?
That building in the city.
I wouldn't go on that thing.
Really? You wouldn't go on the edge?
I don't like heights, Ray.
Google. Why you sitting there?
You're safe on the edge. You're fine.
Google that guy.
There's lots of places you're safe.
Google that guy's free climb on the rock.
Hang on.
Not the wrestler though.
No, he's not climbing.
He wanted
up the
to climb
wrestler.
him to see what he was cooking.
Right. Like I mean, Kevin Hart would have trouble climbing up the rock. RJ would have.
What's this guy's name?
Alex Honnold. Honn.
There's another doc on Netflix about him.
Alex
that I stumbled across yesterday.
Climb.
It's wild, man.
I
think it might have called. Is it called Free Climb?
I
Something
suppose
like that?
Free Climb could be what it's called. I have no idea.
El Capitan?
Yes, he climbs El Capitan.
There you go.
Wild.
That's 3,000 feet in Yosemite.
Yeah, he's like a real life cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Also another Stallone movie.
Good job.
Yeah, that's right.
Like the one
Not
in the tunnel.
Rocky, Raymond.
Like the one in the tunnel.
Daylight. I don't think that was a bad clue that I
Alex
gave
was
you.
climbing toward daylight.
I
Did
said
you see that?
the
By the way,
Stallone movie in the tunnel.
I know that was good.
Demolition Man.
No, but I stand by it. I don't think that's a bad clue. I think you guys give me a hard time for no reason.
No, Ray knew right away.
I knew right away. Yes.
So then
Did
why
you
you
guys-
give me a hard time?
Because you just said that like that movie, Stallone.
No.
It was
No, but
funny.
in the tunnel. But it was because of the tunnel. That's why. I mean, you got it right
movie
away.
in the tunnel.
It was a good. It was a good clue. I didn't hate the clue. You guys see the video of the dad that put his two kids on the sled down the hill?
No.
Oh, like through the fence?
They went right through the fence.
They wouldn't stop.
No, I don't know. Like, you got to see the video because I don't know what in his mind thought that these two young kids were going to be capable of stopping themselves once they got to the fence.
They went right through the fence.
I did not see that one.
Dave.
I saw another one.
The fence exploded.
Oh no.
That dad traded a viral clip for the safety of his children.
People
Yeah,
do
but
anything
how do
for
you
the
show?
viral
I'm assuming
clip.
he's married. How do you show your wife that video?
Well,
Like,
it's
is
all
that
over the,
worth it?
Babe, check this out. Look at what the
Yeah.
kids
It's all
did.
over the
Look what I do
internet.
with the kids.
They just showed it on ESPN.
Really? Oh, boy.
Yeah, they just showed it.
By the way, you're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. Speaking of strange videos, Rick, what the hell was that you sent us last night?
Guy's doing a little karate.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
That
what he
was
sent us.
bizarre.
Guy's a specimen.
You've sent
That
us
was
videos of that guy
bizarre.
before, though, haven't you?
I can't. Yeah, because they come up on my feed, and I can't get over it. He's making the noises. Like that's just he is.
Oh, he's a treat, that guy.
How about John? What do you think his heart rate's at?
John looks at things differently.
John's he's very obsessed with people's health.
He's a special human being.
He's very, very special. Speaking of special, RJ,
Hi.
how you doing?
Good.
Good. This is going to be a great CMT, isn't it?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
To cuddle,
I'm servicing 3 times as many people as he's able to get to.
to marry,
Not everyone can afford to take off work and pay whatever it costs to get a foursome.
or to trash.
Let the wild rumpus begin.
That
Want a meat stick?
is the question.
Oh, who doesn't want a meat stick? Who doesn't want a meat stick?
Meat sticks are delicious. It's a healthy snack.
I had one over the week. I assume you're talking about beef jerky.
You had
Yeah,
a beef jerky over the weekend?
Yeah.
Snap it to a Slim
At
Jim.
the gas station?
No, I just came across one, and I was like, you know what?
Where do you like walk in the streets and was there a man selling jerky?
No, it was just at the counter.
If a man was selling jerky on the street, would you buy it?
I'm not sure I would buy it off the street. No, can't
So
say
you're
that I
up at the
would.
counter paying it at one of your local establishments, and there was beef jerky. And
Meat stick.
You partook.
Yeah.
All right.
You got no interest in the meat stick.
No, I would not do that, but that's fine. That you do.
Sherry
you.
does.
So, the Knicks.
You didn't deserve that. Sherry's
Yeah,
in
but-
one today. I can
Oh
guess
yeah.
you
Oh,
that.
she's gonna get some later. I'll tell you that.
Deserve has nothing to do with it when it comes to you, and you know this.
Yeah. You're not about people's feelings or what they deserve or don't deserve. You're about you.
Yeah.
You do comedy for one person, and that's for yourself.
No matter who.
Listen,
with the expense it comes at.
It's super effective. What
Dan
can I
in
say?
Jersey. Dan, good morning.
Rick, I have a quick question, and Dave as well. For my last ever college radio show, I would like you guys to be guests.
I've already been on the show.
Rick?
What'd you say, Dan?
What'd you say? The guy pours out his heart. What'd you say, Dan? I was looking to. We tried to buy like a baseball bat, right?
Curve the bats the Yankees were using
the
earlier
torpedo
this season.
bats,
The torpedo
right.
bats, yeah.
And that took precedence over poor Dan.
He could not have been less interested in what Dan
What'd you
had
say,
to
Dan?
Well, at least I didn't tell Dan, like, as we're doing mid last radio show, that his show stunk.
I didn't say it stunk.
You pretty much said it stunk.
No. He wanted honest feedback, and I gave him honest feedback.
Sometimes it can be too honest.
Well,
Jennifer, I know we've spent the last 3 years together. Will you marry me? Huh? What was that?
What'd you say?
We're equating that to a proposal, seriously?
I mean, for Djibouti Dan, yeah.
I was doing work for the show. I was doing work for you guys.
Djibouti.
None of us asked for a torpedo bat.
Where are the torpedo bats, Rick?
I got one right here. I got
Where
one
are they
blue
at?
one.
I actually
I
thought of Djibouti Dan yesterday on Jeopardy. The rare instance I was watching
All
Jeopardy.
right.
I want to hear about Dan's trip to Italy.
I might get a steak of Florentina.
Djibouti was an answer.
Steak Florentina was the answer?
No, Djibouti.
Oh.
By the way, I was watching, and one of the contestants, I believe, lost $2,800. I'm of the belief with that show, you finish in the red, you now owe the audience. Like, you put your money into a pot, and it gets
No, that's
distributed.
not how it works, RJ.
If you go on Jeopardy and you lose $2,800, you're responsible now for $2,800.
That's nonsensical.
It's a brilliant take.
It's one of the worst takes you've ever had.
No,
I'll give you the Djibouti special.
Yeah, we'll call it the Djibouti special.
Dan, what do you want to say today?
I'm very high.
All right.
Hey, you think I'm being nasty? Did you hear how, wow, Dan, what do you want to say today? How nasty that is.
Well, I wanted to get right to it.
Okay.
And he wanted to tell us
That's not how you welcome someone into your home.
Dan, what do you want to say today?
I'm very high.
All righty. Before
Didn't seem to phase him. The guy was in a drug stupor.
takes one to know one, right?
I haven't done drugs in God knows how long.
Well, no, not like corner drugs. I just mean of the legal variety. You've changed your ways.
Well, I take Ativan when I fly. That's it. Nothing illegal or immoral, unethical about it whatsoever.
I mean, you take your bag of drugs, you take them on the plane, you fly to international space, and who knows what you do
International
with that bag.
space.
Who knows what you do with that
We
bag?
went up to the space station.
And every time I go to the doctor now, they're like, so lorazepam, huh? Like,
Yeah.
no, only when I fly. I'm like, I'm not popping lorazepams here.
Or are you? So, the Knicks. You guys just broke it down in great detail. You know what? We don't say this enough, too, if you missed it. Check it out on the pod. After the show, listen to the show, then and leave us a nice review. Say something nice.
So
Or
listen
mean.
to the whole 4 hours, then listen to the podcast.
Or say something nice or mean. I know a lot of people say, leave a nice comment. If you want to say something mean, it'll probably get read. So
Yeah.
don't go over the top.
That's nasty, RJ.
it's
Why would
filthy.
you promote them leaving a nasty comment?
Unless it's filthy like the one email that you sent to RJ.
I mean, have you seen your inbox lately? I mean, you promote such behavior.
Your inbox is a disgusting place, Dave.
Don't blame me. This is what people think.
This is what you encourage.
I don't encourage it.
Say something nice on the podcast. 5 stars. That's all that matters. So, Cuddle Mary Trash now. How you believe things get fixed with the Knicks. We all have concerns heading into the deadline. And who it most falls on to get things straightened out. Would it be on Leon Rose to make a change, big or small, to this roster that we perceived as of the moment to be flawed? Would it be Mike Brown, who was brought in to essentially avoid this exact path they feel like they're on right now? Or would it be just on the players to figure it out on their own?
Oh.
All right. I think this could spark some difference. I'm going to trash Mike Brown. I mean, this is who he is. This is who he's been. I don't think you get anything differently. I think if you expect different, you're going to be disappointed. So I'm going to trash Mike Brown. We're looking long term, or we're looking just this year?
We're turning right now. This season.
Right now, this season?
Yep.
All right. I'll cuddle Leon Rose and I'll marry the players. This is on the players. This is what they wanted. They got what they wanted. Now go figure it out.
I'm going to marry the players, I will cuddle Mike Brown, and I will trash Leon Rose.
Is that partially because you just don't, because of the situation they're up against, that second apron, and there's just not a huge move that can be?
Right. I don't know how much Leon Rose
there's
can
not
do.
a lot of like navigatable situation they can do.
Wow, well said. Yeah.
So I don't think he did a bad job there. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of people wondering. So did the Knicks if you're actually wondering what they could do and how they would get it done. So the Knicks, obviously very light, we'll say, on draft assets. And they're right up against, I think they're like $180,000 under that second apron right now. So the lone non-swap first rounder they have is the coming up this year. To this year's draft, the top 8 protected.
That's the Wizards.
And it's going to stay with the Wizards.
Yeah, then I got to play well enough to.
So that will not end up.
That
that'll convey into 2 second rounders.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what that means is then you're talking players. You have to, and the Knicks can't take back more money than they send out. So you have to make salaries match with players currently on the roster. Who knows? Maybe they end up moving Yabusele. That has not worked out. Alrighty. On to the next one.
By the way, for the record, I like that question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So, a lot of great... I would say...
I'm going to leave reviews like you're asking the people to leave on the podcast.
As long as it leaves 5 stars, you could...
You know what? First question, 5 stars.
Did you do the station ID already?
You did.
Okay.
He did it a long time ago. You're good.
Good job.
Thanks for listening.
He was very navigatable with it.
I feel like this is the strongest Coach of the Year candidate group in the NFL in a very long time. But let's pick 3 of them.
Harbaugh.
I believe that.
Marry him.
So this is not who your Coach of the Year this year is. This is I'm making all 3 of these guys available, and I want you to tell me who you would want for your team. Would it be Mike Vrabel? Would it be Mike McDonald, both of whom are headed to the Super Bowl? Or would it be Ben Johnson?
For my team?
Not the Jets. I just mean a team.
No, you can't get anybody like that.
Oh.
That's not nice.
Wow.
I just mean...
Just a team? But that changes depending on team, though, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
but what team, RJ?
Yeah, but it's just essentially how do you rank these coaches?
All right, so not about your team. How do you rank the coaches?
Yeah, it's not fitting in with the Jets or the Giants or the Raiders or the Cardinals.
I like it. All right, go ahead, Rick. You're up.
I would marry Vrabel. Oh, man.
You hate to trash any of them.
I don't want to trash any of them.
Right, you have to, though.
Ugh. I would marry Vrabel, cuddle McDonald, trash Ben Johnson.
All right, I'm going to agree with you on the trash. I'm going to trash Ben Johnson. I'm going to cuddle Vrabel. I'm going to marry McDonald.
I think.
I can't come down on you, Rick. I don't think your answer is wrong. I think McDonald's
part of. Let me explain. Part of why I married Vrabel is because I'm just like who I would want to be coached by. I think I would love being coached by Mike Vrabel. Like he just seems like he's so invested in the players.
Yeah.
He's running around the sideline. He's hugging everybody. He's dapping
They seem to
people
love
up.
him and have a healthy respect for him.
Right, he did. I watched the video the other day. He had one of the guys from Bussin' with the Boys, who I think played for him, came in and pretended like they did a whole video session.
Taylor
where he
Lewan?
No, the other one. Pretended to be Mike Vrabel, and it was awesome. And Vrabel just sat there and took it. The guys were dying laughing. It was hilarious. But I like coaches like that are willing to like be one of the guys. Again, just Vrabel seems like an unbelievable.
When he
guy.
said he'd give up for a Super Bowl, come on.
And he cut off his schwantz.
I think he's backed
I think
off
he's
that.
serious.
I think he's backed off that a tad.
Wait, what did he say?
You don't remember this?
I
A couple years
vaguely
ago.
do. This was a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
He said he would cut it off?
Yep.
He doesn't need. He's got kids. He doesn't need it anymore. Take the Super Bowl. He'd be the first ever to win a Super Bowl with the team. He'd win it as a Patriot and as the head coach of the Patriots.
And the man has 3 rings already. He's cutting off.
It's
body
different
parts.
It is different.
He does seem like he gets. And why wouldn't he? But we do see some former players go into the coaching ranks and kind of lose touch. He was talking after the game and he said, going ahead to the Super Bowl, what would it mean for you? And he said, the players will be the ones that win. And credit will be delineated after that once we give proper credit to the players. He goes, I won't be winning anything. The players will be. And I got to imagine that goes a long way in the locker room.
It feels like he is
Been married
the reason,
20 years. Yeah, probably.
It feels like he's the reason why you would want to coach. Like he's like the definition of why you would want to coach that's had the opportunity to be a player. Like I think Marty St. Louis kind of the same way in Montreal. Like he's taken all the things that he's learned as a player that he liked and he disliked, and is incorporated into how he
coaches
coaches.
do.
And that's kind of what Vrabel has done. Like, I mean, sure, Vrabel, like as he was playing, would want to hear the same thing from his coach. It's like it's not
Most
me.
teams
I'm
would
just,
love Vrabel, not Tennessee though. They didn't want him.
That turned out to be a big mistake.
Yeah,
I feel for my guy Bob Sala going in there. I have
Got a couple emails
lot of
quickly.
concerns.
James Burke, if the guys knew how many emails you didn't read, they would be shocked. I've personally sent 20-plus emails about the brain-dead idiot Raymond that you're never come close to reading. James Burke.
It's not nice.
And Gary J says, is there a way you guys could upload the podcast but edit out RJ and Ray? They're idiots.
This is great. That would be tough. It'd be a lot
You
of
could
work.
do it.
Well,
I think you're that talented.
yeah, but it would just be a lot of thoughts.
You guys would just be bouncing thoughts off each other.
It would be a lot of like non sequiturs.
Dead space.
Like go left and go right, and then
Right. There'll be a lot of dead air probably too, right?
The podcast would be way shorter too.
Then we'd be responding to questions. People are like, what question are they talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that guy's name?
Gary J.
I'm sorry, Gary.
Well, listen, Gary, you can download the MP3s of the podcast and edit them yourself. And
RJ, remember when that one caller had you all fired up and you told me you looked like you got dressed at a trash can?
Oh yeah.
I think that guy still calls.
Really?
I believe
What
so.
did he say to you that got you so angry?
I think you guys are cool actually now, right? Isn't that the?
I think that's Tony from Dobbs Ferry.
I think I'm a pretty good-looking guy, but I'm more of a
man.
man's man type of look.
Right, you're a man's
kind
man.
of
belong in a trash can kind of look.
Well, what did he say, RJ, that got you so angry?
I don't know. That's the old me.
You know what?
More
There was
combative.
a time where RJ could be manipulated into losing his, you know what?
I'm a year clean now.
I was telling the lady that answers the phone.
Oh, that was it.
Oh,
that was
that's
it.
what I was-
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was the
awesome.
issue. That was the issue.
That's awesome.
Right.
Rick, I totally forgot about that. I saw the lady that answered the phone.
Are you an unattractive fella?
You'd be getting double-digit points, my guy.
Oh my! You threw a my
Saw
guy.
The lady that answered the phone.
Is that 2 years ago?
Hang on a second.
Or is that
Oh,
last
my
year during
God.
my spell of anger?
This is 2.5 years ago.
Oh,
This is
that's-
October of 23.
Oh, see, look. I mean, I'm a changed person now.
Yeah, you both. certainly
We would have to
wisened
ask him.
up.
I think that's Tony from Dobbs Ferry that calls.
I got it as Anthony, but yeah.
But
I
here's
guess
the thing.
That's the same guy. Yeah.
I think when he says I was telling the lady that answered the phone, I don't think he was like. I think he genuinely believed he talked to a woman that answered the phone.
I was telling the lady that answers the phone.
No, I don't think so.
Again, it's all about tone, and his tone it's disrespectful there.
Wow.
Just the delivery is so good.
Yeah. Well, he knew. He worked out his material and he delivered it well.
You're getting double-digit points, my guy.
My guy.
Before my guy really took off, I was
Yeah.
a couple years ahead of my
Are
guy.
you an unattractive fella?
You'd be getting double-digit points, my guy.
That's a New Yorker talking. RJ's a full-fledged New Yorker.
Wow.
Um,
Boy, you forget how good like belligerent RJ can be.
I've reined it in. I had to work on myself. So, been some discussion. Aaron Rodgers, is he done? Is he not? Back in Pittsburgh, Mike McCarthy. We'll see. But it led to this discussion with somebody else, and I'm curious to bring it to the two of you. If Rodgers is done, and we've seen his full body work, where does he stack up on this list of quarterbacks? All have won Super Bowl. All time. Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, and Brett Favre.
Oh.
I'm gonna marry Favre. No.
Whoa.
Not. I'm gonna
You're
marry
not marrying
Rodgers.
Favre?
What?
It's a bad joke there. We'll just leave that
I'm
alone.
gonna marry Rodgers. I'm gonna cuddle Favre. I'm gonna trash.
Wow.
Who?
I think you. I don't think people do. I think you have to take into account that Drew Brees played in a dome. Those guys played in a as difficult an outdoor stadium as there is.
Wow. I'm going to marry Rodgers. I'll cuddle. I love Brett Favre as a quarterback. Cuddle Favre, trash Brees.
Poor Drew Brees.
So you agree?
I agree, yeah.
It took till question 3 to get our first agreement, so we're doing something right here.
You're doing great, RJ. 5 stars across the board.
That's nice.
I think the fact that Aaron was able to protect the football as well as Aaron protected the football.
Well, it feels like he made a conscious effort to do so.
Yeah, but he wasn't. But it wasn't because of lack of production. It wasn't because he was like limiting production.
The problem is Aaron should have won more.
It was always the opposite with Favre, though. Like, as careful as Rodgers was with football, Favre was reckless even into
Reckless.
into the late stages of
And,
his
and
career.
they both should have won more.
I mean, the last throw that he made.
Yeah, you saw.
Well, we get into what Rodgers should have been, and you wonder, now that we've seen more, it feels like the last, 5 to 8 years is part of that his doing. Was he just a little too difficult? I mean, Favre was difficult as well.
They were both difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
They became one another.
Yeah.
I mean, you had years. I mean, Aaron had a year where he threw 48 touchdowns and 5 picks.
It's pretty good.
That's crazy.
Aaron's career. Wait for this. This is mind blowing. Aaron has thrown 527 touchdowns to only 123 interceptions.
Yeah, so he's 5-1.
Yeah,
that's a crazy stat.
That's crazy. But I mean, if you think about him in the biggest of games, it's underwhelming.
Well, he only got to one Super Bowl and he won it. I mean,
Right.
thank goodness for him. It never got back. It was 15 years ago.
Right.
Could you imagine if he
That was
lost
early in
that
his
game?
career.
If he had lost that game, I mean,
If he doesn't have a Super Bowl,
he'd have almost like some of the numbers are a little modernized.
he'd be Dan Marino.
He'd be almost carbon copy because Marino went in his second year, and that wasn't Rodgers' second year, but it'd be almost a carbon copy career.
Yeah. The problem is Marino played an unbelievable Niners team in that second year.
Unfortunate for Dan. Sorry, Dan. Football, basically over, unfortunately. There's one game left, but as Davis said before, we love the grand spectacle of it all, but it's not necessarily for the diehards anymore.
It's not at all for the diehard.
Yeah, I was trying to put it nicely. So you'll have some time this weekend, is where I'm going with this.
Are you guys going to go to Super Bowl parties?
No.
I
would consider it if we didn't. This is the right matchup for me to go to a party if I were.
You don't care.
But because of the schedule, I will not. But if we woke up a little bit later, I'd be open to it. This seems like the right mix of teams to go to a Super Bowl party.
According to Jeremy Fowler, Clint Kubiak is considered the prime candidate for the Vegas job.
All right.
Ooh.
You heard Brady dropping that hint the other day. And according to Mary Kay Cabot, it sounds like Jim Schwartz is the favorite for the Browns.
Well,
all that
that's
just
good for you.
All just
Very
to promote Jim Schwartz.
Yeah, because they want him on staff. So I wonder if they're just arriving.
They don't want to lose him. Yes.
Yeah, they're arriving at the conclusion. Well, no one's going to work with us. We may as well make him the guy.
And the players love him.
So who does that leave for Buffalo? Udinsky?
No, that leaves
Dable.
Dable and
Dable?
Joe Brady.
It's going to be Dable.
I don't think it'll be Joe Brady.
It's going to be Dable.
I don't think it'll be Brady. Dable or Udinsky. I thought I saw that Udinsky.
It feels like whoever Pagula wants.
Udinsky put a feeler out there that he kind of made it known he really would. That's his number one. I mean, it's a lot of
He's
people's
a child, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of people's number one, but it feels like he has a real chance at it. And for him to kind of put that out there and float it means, hey, let's get moving here.
And he removed himself from Cleveland. He said, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
He didn't want to.
30-year-old's like, I don't want to go to Cleveland.
I've done enough homework in my life. So, Cut 'em or Trash, where we believe Dave will spend the most time this weekend.
What? Why is it always me?
Well, this is a real question.
All right.
Will it be racket sports, perhaps racquetball? He told us he was playing table tennis over the weekend.
I got a John Winthrop nipple situation going on right now.
Oh, no.
Interesting. He sent you photos?
No, I guess mine is just like a little rough.
No, I thought
You're
you
texting with John? What's
you
happening?
made it sound like you were getting pictures.
No, he doesn't text me pictures of his nipples. No.
Would that shock anybody?
Is that something?
No, it wouldn't.
No.
Is that something you're looking for?
Like nipple pics?
Yeah.
I would. I mean, I'd take them.
Of John?
Yeah. He's got beautiful. I mean, those things are beautiful. He shows them off.
All right,
Those
RJ,
it's
maybe
like-
ask the
This
question.
is very uncomfortable.
By the way, I haven't played racquetball in probably 30 years.
Wow. He said racket sports, you dummy.
He said racquetball.
Racket sports.
He said a racket sport. He knows you're not playing racquetball. He's talking about pickleball.
Okay, then why did he say racquetball?
I may have
RJ,
said.
did you say racquetball?
I may have said racquetball. I meant pickleball.
Uh-huh.
I used to love racquetball.
He likes to play with his pickle. No.
Oh, no.
He can't help
I
himself.
stopped. I
He
controlled
was
myself.
damaged as a child. It just right out now.
That was real growth, I felt like.
Oh, real growth.
Will it be with the racket? Will it be, as he told us, embarking on the journey that is Dexter? What is it, 8 seasons?
There's 8 seasons. I'm exactly 2.5 in now.
I like that you set benchmarks also. Like by
I
the
want to be
time
done
the weekend's
with season
over.
4 by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, it was off the air, Rick. He told me, he goes, I will be done with season 2 by Sunday.
I love it. It feels like he's doing it like he's gonna be. There's gonna be a prize at the end or something.
No, I'd like to challenge myself. I mean, you know what? How far can you go? There's a man that he climbs a building and he feels like, hey, look at me. I watch shows and I feel, hey, look at me.
You're right, but that man was paid $500,000.
Well, you don't know what I'm getting.
What are you getting?
Nothing.
Yeah, right.
Or
knowledge.
No. Will it be Dave embracing another storm and further delving into his love that is weather?
Wow.
So will it be Racket Sports, Dexter, or the weather?
There's also a chance Dave is in prison after assaulting more people with carrot sticks tomorrow night.
Oh, no.
Big night tomorrow.
That's on the table.
I wonder who the special guest is going to
Hopefully it's not poor Don Mattingly again.
Are people from The Sopranos about to be there again?
I'm sure they'll be there.
They could be. This could be remembered. Your transgressions.
You think that's
Don's-
discussed going in?
Don probably figured he had to wear some different kind of pants if RJ was going to be there again. After that debacle.
Would you like to answer
RJ,
the question?
you were very aggressive with Mr.
Steve
Mattingly.
Stripper could be having
But
something
I don't feel the
arranged
same
right
way
now.
about Don Mattingly anymore. If he's there, I'm not going to be as friendly to him.
Steve Stripper could probably be having something arranged for Dave right now, this very second. Waiting for you the second that you arrive.
Me?
You poked him with a carrot stick.
I did not poke him with a carrot stick.
You berated him with the
I
all
did not
sorts of
berate.
vegetables.
I did not poke. We had a great conversation. You're just deflecting because RJ was humping Don Mattingly in the corner.
Speak of deflecting.
Quasimodo predicted all of this.
Imperioli's in a new show, too.
He is.
The one on Fox with Patrick Dempsey.
Is it Patrick Dempsey?
Yeah, where he's a hitman.
Yeah, he's
right?
an assassin. Yeah, Reformer says. All right, I'm going to marry Dexter. He's clearly set a goal, and he's trying to get through season 4 by the end of the weekend. I'll cuddle. He's embracing the storm, and then I'll trash. He's not playing pickleball.
So
Plus
is
his
this
back is
just
bothering me.
this weekend, RJ?
Yeah, this weekend.
This weekend, okay. You want me to play, or you gonna?
Yeah, sure. Give us the answer.
Well, no. Why don't you both play, and then I'll give the answer.
I think you're all in on the weather. You may not think so going in, but you will be just enthralled with weather coverage if the second storm comes. I will cuddle Dexter, and I will trash the racket activities.
There's no way the weather is taking precedent on the big TV over Dexter. No chance.
It depends.
The only reason I married Dexter is because you proclaimed it to RJ, you proclaimed it to me, you proclaimed it to Rick that you're going to finish that show, that you're dedicated. So I believe you will knock out as much of that as you can. You're all in on Dexter. But that's the only reason I'm saying that you'll marry that. I'll cuddle the weather, and I'll trash the racquetball. You're not doing any racket.
All right, we have
sports
a winner. Rick and Raymond, they know
Yep.
me. RJ, you don't know the first thing about me.
See, now you're
But
deflecting.
again,
I'm not deflecting.
But again, this is not like by virtue of this is what you would normally do. It's because you're doing this to be spiteful.
And in fact, as good as the question started, they ended on a real clunker.
Oh,
I rarely, if ever, play racket sports on.
You just told us you're playing table tennis for hours.
Again, spite. He's driven by spite.
Dexter is by far and away the marry, followed by the storm, followed by the racket sports.
Again, spite.
No,
Yeah,
RJ
like
just
I could
doesn't know
see-
me the way he thinks he does.
I could see mid ping pong with Alex, storm right to storm coverage. Like he gets an alert, the storm's coming. He's gone. Hey, Alex, we'll pick this up. I got to go check out the storm.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not veering off of Dexter. Like he is focused on
Dialed in. I got to get 3 episodes in today. I don't know how I can get 3 in tomorrow, though. I'll get it done. I'm a warrior. Don't worry. You want to tell us about something before we break and come back with?
Yeah, I
the
can tell
great
you about
Ian
some
Begley?
stuff. Yeah, I can
Go
tell you
ahead.
about all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
All sorts of things.
It depends on what you like. What do you like? I know what you like. You can tell right now.
Tell me. Come on. Get into
I know you
it.
love
Let's
FanDuel.
go.
Listen, relax, okay? Relax. It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff. The final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60. You got the Seahawks and the Patriots, and FanDuel's making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, all you got to do is bet $5, and if you win, you're going to get $200 in bonus bets. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, you got to make it count. Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over, and football is officially done. Last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
That's nice. That's well done. A rebuttal to the nastiness for RJ and Raymond. Susan R. emails in. What is wrong with these people? Ray and RJ are absolute gems. The show dies without the two of them. No one works harder than those two. RJ's analogies for everything are epic. Ray's drops and timing are the best ever. Hope they don't listen to these absolute morons that write to you about them. Did you guys discuss Eli's new YouTube show that starts today? We did not. I didn't even know he had a new YouTube show. Did you?
I remember when you used to have a YouTube show.
I did.
It was great.
No longer.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard. Nice. I haven't heard about Eli's new YouTube show.
No, I haven't either. But I wanted to portray that this woman, Susan R., she loves Raymond and RJ. See, I'll read positive, negative. That doesn't matter to me.
I can promise you that the negative emails aren't going to affect Ray and RJ speaking during the show.
No, nor should they. All right. Speaking of speaking during the show, Ian Begley will grace us with his presence next, right here on ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on those roads. It is Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. Good morning, company. Hey, let's see what's cooking on the roads on this CMT Tuesday. We've got delays at the inbound Holland Tunnel of an hour, inbound Lincoln Tunnel 45, up at the George at least 30, New England Thruway south into Co-op City, a crash in the Bronx, Seaford, Oyster Bay, northbound past Sunrise Highway. It's an accident. Route 1 closed in both directions of Route 18. It's a broken water main, 287 south exit 39 in Hanover. It's an overturned car. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. If you have questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA develops better athletes and better...
In New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever. Meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Time now for the New York Knicks report, brought to you by the Perisman firm. And we haven't talked to this guy in quite some time, but I had a nice text exchange with him over the weekend, and I love him. I was just telling Raymond, he is one of my favorite people period. And in sports media, he's right up there, and he is the great Ian Begley from SNY. Good morning, Ian. How are you?
Mr. Rothenberg, the feeling is mutual, my friend. And Rick, you too. I love you guys.
Yeah, that sounded like it was. You didn't really mean it for Rick as much, though. That's what I just being honest. That's what it sounded like. It was like, Dave, I love you, Rick. Yeah, you too. But whatever. Ian, where is your level? And maybe this is an unfair question. Your level of kind of like concern with this team. They haven't played well. Feels like there's some rumblings of like unsettled stuff in the locker room. Like, is this what happens in January into February, or is there a reason for concern right now?
Yeah, I think it's kind of what happens in the NBA sometimes. These guys are elite athletes, the best of the best, top 0.1%. So, there's egos involved. There is, sometimes you are worried about your next contract, your status within the league. So I think it's something you could find in any NBA locker room. But I've talked about, I think there's a degree of me over we, and to some degree, in that Knicks locker room with some players. And I think that when you lose, like the Knicks lost 9 of 11, that stuff kind of bubbles to the surface and it becomes an issue. If you win, it gets covered up and nobody cares. But that's kind of where it was for the Knicks during that stretch. And that's kind of why I was talking about some of that locker room dynamic.
Ian, how much of it was the NBA Cup? I know, a lot of what I heard was just fatigue, and you pointed to, past champions. I mean, was that being oversold, or was that some of it?
I thought it was oversold for a while, but then I was talking to somebody with a different team, and we just kind of were talking about the details of it. And the person mentioned something interesting, the idea that not only is it the travel to Vegas, but you're also getting up for those games. National TV, playoff type atmosphere, not atmosphere, but playoff type setup, money on the line, sort of get up for those games and then to go back on the road right after that. And you're going across the country maybe twice, and it is tough. So I downplayed it initially, but the idea that, emotionally your energy is way high and then you're going back to the middle of the regular season. It might sound like an excuse, but from that perspective, it made sense to me.
What's going on with Karl Anthony Towns? I mean, I can expound and kind of like play it out a little bit, but I think everyone knows what we're talking about. What exactly is happening here?
Sure. Yeah. Partially, I think a comfort level with the new offense, his new role in Mike Brown's offense. Partially, it's foul trouble, which is something that you last year with Towns, but he was so good offensively, playing at an all-NBA level, shooting the ball so well that you kind of were able to gloss over it. But now, it's happening almost nightly, and it's impacting the team. So I think that those two factors are at play. But it's up to the Knicks, it's up to Mike Brown, it's up to, I would say, the front office even to figure it out and to get Karl Towns back to where he was last season, because they need that player if they're going to go where they want to go, which is NBA Finals and winning the championship.
Outside of them fixing it themselves and getting more comfortable in their roles and, players giving the appropriate amount of effort, how much can Leon Rose do to fix this team or help this team?
Well, look, trade deadline's coming up, right? So you can bolster the roster by adding a bench piece. You can make a massive trade, swing for the fences, go after number 34 in Milwaukee. there are options, plenty of options to upgrade the roster and to solidify this thing and to put it on stronger ground than it has been on. But I do think, though, the Knicks, they believe in this group. They want to see this group succeed. They did a lot to put it together, particularly the starters. And so it's not something they want to do, but I do think where the bar is. Owner James Dolan came out and said it. Finals, at least, winning the NBA championship. He came out and said what everybody was thinking. And so given that the bar is there, I don't know how much patience you can really have with a group when you're expected to go where they're expected to go. Going to be interesting ahead of the deadline. I would expect at the very least Gerson Yabusele moved, and then the rest of it is up to for us to figure out over the next few days.
How shocked would you be if by next Thursday the Knicks take a massive swing?
I would not be super shocked because, again, I don't think they want to do it, but if your edict is we have to make the NBA Finals, and let's say there's more evidence between now and I don't know, was there 6-5 games between now and the deadline, and you look shaky, can you risk can you take that chance that this team is going to pull it together on its own as currently constituted when you've seen for the past X amount of weeks that hasn't been the case? Do you take that leap of faith, or do you decide to totally dismantle things because you have to reach where they have to reach this season? And so that's why I wouldn't be surprised, because the bar is where it is. You have to act accordingly, and that would be making a big move at the deadline.
Ian, what do you think that looks like? Let's say the big move is Giannis. I know you can't say exactly, but what do you think that looks like?
Yeah, I think it would have to be multiple teams, and with Karl Towns, I think he's the easiest way to get it done in terms of salary. But then you leave yourself kind of naked, so to speak, at the center position, because you have Mitchell Robinson, who is all world as an offensive rebounder when he's healthy and when he plays. But again, you're talking about risks. Can you take that risk of Mitchell Robinson, let's say Ariel Hukporti, being your center rotation with Robinson's health history? I don't think you can. So then the subsequent move there, or maybe within the same trade, would be to get a big back, a body who can give you minutes. And so it's not as simple as sending Towns and other salary out, getting Giannis Antetokounmpo back, because you have a hole in your roster that you would have to fill there. So it's complicated, and it's unlikely to come together just because of those complicating factors. But it's something I think you have to consider if you're the Knicks, and it's something that I'm sure they have been considering and are considering as this thing continues to take shape ahead of the deadline.
Wow, that would be massive, massive stuff. Ian Begley with us, NBA insider from SNY on ESPN New York. It kind of feels like, I don't know if you feel this, it kind of feels like the fan base has maybe changed their expectations. I know James Dolan hasn't. I'm sure the players haven't. But I don't know, the discussion we've had and the people that I've talked to, it feels like there's some differing views that this is not a team that's going to go to the NBA Finals. This is not a team that's going to compete for a championship. Do you feel like that being around this team every day like you are?
I haven't gotten the feel that this is an elite team, that this is a championship level team. I've covered this sport long enough to know that there are twists and turns over the course of a regular season. And I'm old enough to remember last year where the Knicks couldn't beat the Cavs, couldn't beat the Celtics. And me, and I know others, but I was saying I didn't think they could beat Boston in the playoffs after what happened in the regular season. That was obviously wrong. So no, they don't have the look of a championship team right now. But I know looks can be deceiving, particularly in the dog days of the regular season. I think the depth is very good. You just haven't seen them play with a consistency on both ends of the floor where you say, look, this team can absolutely get through anybody that's ahead of them and then compete with an OKC or whoever it is coming out of the West.
Bagels, does this team miss Tibbs, or was it time?
Depends on who you ask. Obviously, we covered this ground, but the some players were involved in some exit interviews, talking to owner James Dolan, team president Leon Rose, and they were answering questions about the head coach. And so if those players wanted Tom Thibodeau to return definitively, I assume they could have made it happen. They could have made a case for it.
Right, but Bagels, let me ask you a follow-up just so you can give me the entire answer. So those players, and you don't have to name names, but those players that maybe didn't have the nicest things to say about Tibbs coming back, are those the me not we players that are kind of the problem that we're dealing with now?
The trouble I have with answering that one is I don't have like a list of the guys who were involved in those interviews. I know a few of them, and I think I could say that there is some overlap based on what I know of that list. It's just hard for me to say definitively because it's nobody put out a statement and said we talked to these 6 players and this is what they said. You know what I mean? But I do think there's some overlap, and I think that does the team miss Tibbs? Their idea is, and Dolan said this, like we will be fresher and healthier come postseason. And I think that even with the losses here in mid-July and even with the bad stretch of basketball, I think there's still a belief that you can be situated there going into the postseason, healthier, more energy. And we'll see, time will tell. But I wouldn't say that in the locker room amid the losing, guys are saying we miss Tibbs. I think that would come from, other coaches or other front office who see what's happening on the floor and compare it to last year, just the spirit of the group, and they would say maybe we miss Tibbs.
If the Knicks don't go on a massive run, NBA Finals, very competitive for a championship, in your mind, do you think that Giannis is a Knick to start next season?
Such a great question, Dave. Oh. Man, oh man, hard hitting. I would say that they would make a strong run, and I think that this is obvious, but I think it's worth saying. If Giannis is not moved here at the deadline, I think the Knicks and other teams would operate with the idea that they would go back after him in the offseason because everybody thinks it's just a matter of when and not if on Giannis leaving Milwaukee. So, yeah, I think the Knicks would go hard after Giannis if they did not reach their ultimate goal this season. And I just think about Miami, and I think that just in talking to people, I think they're pretty well positioned down there to make a strong run at Giannis too. So if I'm a Knicks fan and I'm thinking about Antetokounmpo and getting him to New York, I'd be wary of Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra and those guys in Florida because I think they're going to be also aggressive in pursuing Giannis when it comes to that point.
All right, Bagels, last one for me after you just handed Dave the interview with that glowing response to his question. Who are the teams in the East that concern you? Who are the teams that stand on our way to get into the NBA Finals, you think?
Jeez, what a question, Rick.
Stop it. You didn't mean that.
Am I talking to Ed Bradley or Rick DiPietro? That was a hell of a question. Yeah, Boston, I think, surprisingly, they have played really well with Jaylen Brown as the head of the snake. And then, Jason Tatum, people think he's coming back this season. And to me, they will be very tough if that happens. I do think there'd be an adjustment period for them, incorporating Tatum with what Brown has done over the course of this year so far. But that would be a very strong team. I'd be wary of that team. And then Detroit, obviously, playing very well this regular season. It's a group that is showing year-over-year improvement, a group that gave the Knicks a lot of fight in that playoff series. So those are the two right now that I'd be looking at. Philadelphia, if they're healthy, they're tough, but those are always question marks around their health down there. So the Boston, but obviously more so Detroit is where I'd be looking if I was a Knicks fan looking at the rest of this conference, because Detroit, if they're healthy, tough team, very tough team.
You're the best, you know that? I don't care what Rick says about you off air. I adore you. I think you're elite. Continued success. We love you. Well, let's do this again soon, all right, Ian?
Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm coming in studio next time.
All right.
I don't care what the producers say. I'm coming in.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Next week, come in studio right before the deadline. We'd love to have you.
Nah, I can't do it. I can't
great.
do it then.
All right. Thanks, Ian. That's terrific.
I'll see you guys.
All right. That's Ian Begley, SNY. And that's your Knicks report brought to you by the Perisman Firm. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call the Perisman Firm right now at 718-WORKERS and get the justice you deserve. The Perisman Firm, where your case is their cause. Little update on the Jets' search for a defensive coordinator. We'll get to that next and unpack what Ian had to say. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Calling all Hoops fans. Get off the bench and onto the court for another exciting basketball season with BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA. From same-game parlays to live bets, you can call your shot during any play. Rooting for your favorite players? You'll find all sorts of markets for betting on any star's performance on any given night. Don't miss a single highlight or buzzer-beating shot by getting all your picks in with BetMGM. Ready to shoot your shot? Download the app today and make your bets. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-50 2.5S Select with all-wheel drive for $179 for 33 months. Or buy with 0.9% APR financing for 72 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN379853, MSRP $33,425. Zero security deposit, APR $14.27 per month per $1,000 finance, ends 2/2/26.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Progressive knows there's so many great things about being a sports fan. Like scoring the company box seats. How great is that? Trick plays that actually work. Prevent defense when your team is winning by a lot. And even more preventative prevent defense as they're hanging on by a thread. And of course, saving money when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's pretty great. Just like trick plays that actually work.
Yeah, but how often does that happen?
Complaining about sports. Not so great. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Welcome back to Yeah, That's a Pepper Thing. First up, we've got Harrison wrapping his Dr. Pepper in a tiny quilt so it feels at home. Oh, how tender. That's a Pepper Thing. And over to Becca, who's whispering affirmations to her can.
You're sweet. You're unique. You're the best thing I ever poured over ice.
She swears it makes it taste better. It's not a science thing, but it's a Pepper Thing. Why do they all do it? All for that sweet, delicious, truly one-of-a-kind taste of Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper Thing.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
All right, DNR with you. Ian Begley, interview winner, Dave Rothenberg, and of course, Rick DiPietro here, as we are every weekday morning, 6 to 10
I feel
o'clock.
like you set him up for that.
What do you mean?
I feel like you set him up to tell you that was the greatest question of all time.
Well, on my kids' lives, I did not set him up for that.
Wow.
I asked the question, and that's what he thought of it.
I mean, that may be the most epic win in interview history for us.
It was a TKO, but I don't feel like you were bad.
I didn't even think that was a TKO. I think that was that was Brent Johnson right to my. That was a Brent Johnson right to the side of my face knockout.
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking to expose anybody.
Night, wake me up when it's over. Did you see the Stefan Bondi report?
No.
That apparently Rich Paul is trying to represent Giannis with a pitch that he can get him to his preferred destination,
which is New York, right?
I think. I mean, that's what we've heard.
I mean, if Rich Paul's involved, I don't know.
I don't know if that's good for New York.
Well, that's where he's always said he's wanted to wind up.
Right. Well, how's Rich Paul's relationship with the Knicks, though?
Not great.
Right.
Miami worries me.
How could Miami not worry you?
A lot. I have some Jets news for you.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen how this Jets news has affected poor John.
John sees this and starts firing off text messages. Wake me up when it's 2027. All right, so this comes from Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic. The search for the Jets defensive coordinator, according to various sources. Wink Martindale had been viewed as the favorite for the job since before the process even started in full. He and Aaron Glenn spoke before the season was over. Great. At some point in the last few days, Glenn started to tell some candidates for jobs on the staff that he might be calling plays himself on defense. When the process started, Chris Harris was viewed as a viable candidate if Glenn wound up calling plays. Some in the building felt like he was getting a real shot at the job from the beginning. And now it says Martindale no longer feels like the lock he did a week or two ago, but he's not yet completely out of the discussion. So that's what's going to happen. Aaron Glenn is going to demand to be the play caller on defense, and they're going to miss out on Wink Martindale, and they're going to have Chris Harris as a figurehead.
Yeah, but I don't think it wouldn't be missing out on Wink Martindale. It would be choosing to not go with Wink Martindale.
Well, what I don't understand is why did you jump through hoops to try to get Wink Martindale, and now you're like, no, I want to call plays.
Right, unless you're now really starting to sense that this could be it for you. And if you're going to go down, you're going to go down calling plays.
But how unaware are you that you had no idea that you could be in some semblance of trouble?
You signed a 5-year deal. So I don't know what those conversations behind the scenes are, but once we start just firing all our coaches, D coordinator gone, offensive coordinator looks like he's not calling plays, so I'm not sure, real sure what he's doing anyway. But I don't I don't know if it's to his benefit though. That's what I would say to him. I don't know. I get wanting to do it your way. If you're going to get fired, you want to go out calling plays.
Yeah,
but does calling plays make you the best possible version of a head coach that you could be? Because last year it looked like, not calling plays, it was too much for you.
He looked like he was in over his head, yes.
Right. So does that help or hurt? For Robert Saleh, he said it was going to help him. And that's why he'll be calling plays in Tennessee.
Yeah, but Robert Saleh also has some experience now. He's been a head coach. He knows how to navigate things. He learned on the job. He knows what mistakes
right, but unless again, okay, so he has people that he talks to, clearly, because, there is someone that he speaks to on a regular basis that has shepherded him through this process, where he went in, where he was petitioning to not speak to the media, to treating the media like complete garbage, to all of a sudden having this epiphany after he spoke to whoever this person is, where he was going to change his whole tact and start to answer questions and be more cooperative with the media. So I don't know, did that person get in his ear and say, hey, listen,
maybe.
If you're going to do this, go down calling plays as opposed to hiring someone else that's going to call plays.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because there's no way you're calling Wink.
I don't love it.
Right, but there's no way you're calling Wink before the season is over and telling, Wink's going to call plays, right? You're not bringing Wink in to not call plays. So why would that? Why would you even flirt with that if your whole mindset the entire time was, I'm going to call plays? You wouldn't even have gone down that road.
That's the thing. It doesn't add up. Doesn't make sense.
So what changed?
I don't know. I can't tell you. It sounded like this, and I said a couple weeks ago, this is signed, sealed, and delivered. Wink Martindale, and now it feels like there's an issue where Aaron Glenn wants to now be heavily involved in running point on the defense.
Right. If Aaron Glenn is calling plays, Wink Martindale's not taking the job.
No, and that's probably why he's not interested now.
Right. So, I guess
which is
that
fine.
would be the better question.
Which is fine. But I think your question is the question. It's fine. You want this to be your team. You want to go, fall on the sword. You want to be the one that takes all the blame. Fine. But how did that just happen on the drop of a hat?
Right. How did that happen? How did that just happen? And then on top of that, I mean, especially because you brought Wink in, and it felt like it was getting close to the finish line here. And how is this going to help you be a better head coach after what we just saw? Because it looked like just being the head coach was too much for you.
So, John, let's just get it over with. If we miss out on Wink and Reich, then wake me up when it's 2027.
Yeah, he's done, dude.
John is a very positive person, too.
I've never seen him like this, though.
No. They've beaten the fandom out of him.
Right out of him. Like, he doesn't think they're going to win a Super Bowl while he's alive. Like, he's worried about his...
He's like 43.
He's a young man.
And he's got another 40-plus years to go, and he thinks already he's not going to see a Super Bowl.
And probably 1 or 2 more kids to come.
At least.
Like, and when you're as sexually irresistible as he is, it's a matter of time.
And handsome, too.
It's a matter of time.
I love dinosaurs.
And the man loves dinosaurs.
Let's take a break. Come back. Big 9 o'clock hour. We got to react to what Ian Begley had to say and more of this Jets conversation. Phone lines open, 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff, the final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, and FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. And get this, if you're a new customer, all you have to do is bet $5, and you'll get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same-game parlay, make it count. Because after the Super Bowl, the season's over, and football is officially done. So this is your last call for football on FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Ian Begley from SNY. If the Knicks don't go on a massive run, NBA Finals, in your mind, do you think that Giannis is a Knick to start next season?
That's a great question. They would make a strong run if Giannis is not moved here at the deadline. I think the Knicks and other teams would operate with the idea that they would go back after him in the offseason because everybody thinks it's just a matter of when and not if on Giannis leaving Milwaukee.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, the big 9 o'clock hour. Knicks in action tonight, a game you can hear right here on ESPN New York. I thought that was interesting for me and Begley. I thought we were going to get the question of what are the Knicks going to do next week? Probably nothing. They'll wait till the offseason. He didn't discount the fact the Knicks could be in play for Giannis starting next week by the deadline.
Right, but I still think that with all the things that need to be worked out and what you're potentially giving up to get Giannis, does that necessarily put you in the best position this season to compete for a championship?
Probably not, but what worries me is you don't get to where you want to get to this postseason.
Is that you wait and he ends up in Miami?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, do you strike when the iron is hot when you have a chance to get him before other teams can maybe get him and try to get a deal done by next Thursday? Or do you say, all right, let's see what this season brings, see what we want to do this offseason, and then roll the dice? I don't know.
Right, but on the other side of this, what's in Milwaukee's best interest? Like, even if you want to facilitate Giannis getting to where he wants to go to, is it in your best interest to rush?
Their best interest is to get as much as they possibly can.
Right, just to wait. Right, to at the very least open this up to more teams in the offseason, and maybe there's a team that Giannis isn't necessarily focused on now that could become an actual option for him. That he's like, the more I think about it, like this deal makes more sense in Miami because of what they'll have left once they trade for me as opposed to what would be left with the Knicks maybe.
Maybe, but he wants to go to the Knicks. Right, that's his destination of choice. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I worry that the Knicks flame out this postseason. Although Ian didn't seem as worried with that. He said it's just kind of the doldrums of the regular season. When we get to the postseason, that'll change. But that they flame out in the postseason, losing the second round. Because right now they play Detroit in the second round. I don't love that matchup. And if you lose that, then you want to get Giannis. You can't. And now where are you heading into next season?
Right. I mean, again, these are all things that Leon Rose and the front office have to be talking about. And again, going through all the different scenarios as to what we're giving up, what are the teams, what other team is involved, who else can we get, right? Like, I mean, he just said it. Like, if you lose Cat and bring in Giannis, are you comfortable with going in with just Mitchell Robinson?
No.
No. So that's something you'd have to address. Are there other tweaks that would give this group a better chance to have success in the postseason?
See, I guess the positive is I think we all, for the most part, trust Leon Rose, right? You feel that way?
Yeah, we trust Leon Rose.
Okay. So I guess we'll have to kind of like defer to him and believe in his vision of how to turn this into a championship contending team.
Right. I would imagine, though, if this group of players is still using their roles in this new system as an excuse as to why they're playing the way that they're playing.
We're 45 games into a season.
Right. Why do we think that all of a sudden just inserting Giannis into this is going to be so seamless? You know what I mean? Like, you're almost willing, like, by doing that deal now, part of me feels like you'd be sacrificing the best opportunity to be successful this season just to have him and be ready to go next season.
I think you might be right.
But because you're afraid you could lose him if this thing gets opened up.
But I am. I mean, could you imagine if you get bounced in the playoffs, you don't go on a magical run, go to the NBA Finals, and then Giannis winds up on Miami, and then you look at the East and you're like, oh, God, now it's Detroit, Miami, Orlando's better, Philly. Like, all of a sudden you're just like in that third, fourth, fifth range of the Eastern Conference?
No. No, I mean, that's really like the last thing that you would want.
I mean, what did we say coming into this year? If the Knicks don't go to the NBA Finals, they have had a failure of a season. We all said that, right?
We all said that, yeah.
And it doesn't feel like that's going to happen right now at the moment. Now, that could change. But at the moment, you don't feel great about that.
No, but again, I mean, when I asked Ian the question of like how much could this be just what happened in the NBA Cup, and he's like, initially I didn't I think there was being oversold, but then the more people I talked to made me recognize that hey, maybe this was an issue. But I mean, you saw it be really good. You saw a team that was in the Eastern Conference Finals last season. They got off to a really good start. They won the NBA Cup, and now they're dealing with hey, this is. It's the end of January. We're getting into February. The goal is to get to the playoffs. I mean, we're definitely clearly prioritizing being rested.
Totally get it.
And ready to go. So maybe this is just part of it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you go through the next 20 games and it's 10-10, and then you get to the final 15 games of the season. All of a sudden, you're like, well, here we go. Now this is
the question,
the version of the Knicks I was hoping for.
Right, but the question or the answer from your terrific question, though, that gives you a little cause for pause, though, is like how much patience are they actually going to have here, though?
It sounds like they're not going to have much, if any, patience.
Right. So, like, is this team going to be given the opportunity to take the next however many, take the rest of the season and try to figure it out? And then as long as they're healthy, they'll be ready to go? Or is it if they continue to stumble here over the next however many games, does that all of a sudden say, hey, no, we gotta make a change now? So they don't even get that opportunity.
Yeah, but the deadline is so quick.
Yeah, but if all of a sudden, boom, like this deal just falls into all the pieces fall into place.
Well, you tell me if the deal falls into your lap. If it's a deal like, oh, that's a good trade for the Knicks. Do you worry about what the rest of the season is going to be, or do you think about the bigger picture?
I think the deal's going to hurt. I don't think we're going to look at this deal. I think there's going to be pain in this deal.
Well, there has to be pain in this deal.
Right. I think that it's going to, at the end of the day, it's going to be, hey, we got Giannis, so we feel like we're in a good spot. Maybe not for this year, but moving forward. Do I think that this current team is a championship caliber team right now? No. I don't.
Well, they're not.
So I don't know. Like I'd like to have my cake and eat it too, where I let this group finish off this season and then reassess at the end. And then if I need to go get Giannis, I can go get Giannis. But I also recognize that I'm running a risk there. Like, that's perfect world.
Right. And that's how I feel as well. Yeah. Let's play this out. Let's see how it works out. If it doesn't work out, we'll move to plan B. That's Giannis. But you don't know that that's going to happen.
No, I don't. Unless I know through back channels that he's hell-bent on being a Knick. And regardless of what happens with other teams that want to be involved, as good as Pat Riley's package could be or whatever it is, that I'm going to be a Knick. And he's driving the ship, then I can afford to wait. But yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to end up letting this play out. It doesn't go how we want. They lose to whoever it ends up being. Don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then Giannis ends up somewhere else. Because now what do I do?
I don't know. I don't have the answer for you. Now you're kind of painted into a corner, right?
Yeah, right. Because clearly this group isn't good enough. So how do I make it better? Especially with the amount of money that I owe Karl Anthony Towns.
Right. The Knicks are, is it fair to say they're not as good as Detroit right now?
I think that's fair, yeah.
So I guess in a perfect world. So right
I
now,
was worried about Detroit after last year.
And you should be. Detroit 1, Boston 2, Toronto 3. I don't worry about Toronto too much, and maybe I should. And the Knicks 4. I don't want to see Detroit in the second round.
Well, we also got to see what these other teams. We're sitting here just talking about what the Knicks are going to do during the deadline. What are these other teams going to do?
Right. If you're Detroit, now Detroit's a lot younger and their runway's a lot longer. But if you're Detroit, do you look at this and be like, wait a minute, we're going to have home court. We are the toughest team in the Eastern Conference. There's no Tatum. There's no Halliburton. The Knicks are kind of, floundering right now. Let's go all in right now. Let's try for us to get to the NBA Finals.
I think they probably feel like they could get to the NBA Finals. I think the other thing you're worried about, you also got to look at what's going on in the West too, right? Because the goal is not just get to the NBA Finals, it's to win a championship.
How in the world are you going to beat Oklahoma City?
Right, but so that's what I'm saying though. Do you if you're Detroit or one of these, Detroit, good example, right? Do you start messing around with things just to guarantee getting yourself through the East?
No, probably not. Unless the deal falls in your lap, you're like, well, it makes us better now and it'll be better for the future as well.
Right, or do you just continue to let this thing build the way it's building so that by the time you're ready, maybe things in the West look a little bit different. Like Oklahoma City's
maybe
not
it
as
cools off a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of layers to this.
But then you got to worry about the Spurs coming.
Oh, yeah, I don't think coming. I think they're here.
So it's it's never going to be perfect, but I just think the Knicks are in a real unique situation right now because you got that whole Giannis thing just kind of looming on this, like over this team. And I'm sure they got to know that.
Of course they know that, and I'm sure they've discussed that. I'm sure they've had internal discussions about what's the plan. But you might not be able to get him if you don't go after him now, and that's my concern. If you told me you're the favorites in the clubhouse, you're going to wind up getting him after the season, then I would wait.
Right.
But I don't know.
We would all wait.
Right, but I don't know that.
No one knows that except the people. I mean, except Milwaukee, except what Giannis really feels like. Is he dead set? Is he hell bent?
Right.
Or can he be?
You want the Knicks? You have to go to the Knicks until you spend a weekend in Miami.
Yeah. Or could he be talked into the Miami? Like, what's his goal? Is his goal? I just want to be in New York, and they give me a great chance to win, or is it I just want to go to the place that gives me the greatest chance to win? Which could be different in the offseason than it is now.
It sure could. Let's get to some of the calls. People lined up for this, 800-919-3776. Let's go to Brian in Manhattan. Brian, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. Staying warm, I hope. You said something a couple of minutes ago that struck me. You sort of a glazing Leon Rose. And I got to tell you, like, Leon Rose is a perfect example of the fact that, good decisions like signing Brunson, like some other things that he did, don't necessarily continue, right? You make multiple decisions. Not all of them are good. And I think beginning with the trade for Bridges, and I like Bridges as a player, but he was never worth 5 first-round draft picks. Clarkson and Yabusele are already problems, right? Yabusele's been a problem from day one. Clarkson just got benched. The Towns trade is clearly a negative. Clearly a negative. The Tibbs firing, I mean, surely he didn't play the subs, and that was awful, and he was stubborn, and I thought he needed to go for sure. But the way they handled it, the way they sort of let it, I don't know, they went after people that were already under contract. I don't think Leon Rose has done a good job, and he hasn't done a good job in a long while. And I have to tell you,
I don't think that's fair, Brian. I don't. I mean, no one was clamoring to keep Julius Randle. I remember everyone move on from Randle. You're not winning. You've gotten as much as you could out of him. I mean, the OG trade, which a lot of people, myself included, when at first glance were like, oh, I don't love that trade, has turned out to be a really good
Josh
trade.
Hart.
That was a long time ago.
Hart deal.
That was a long time ago.
A long time ago? What, 2 years ago?
Several deals ago, Dave. That's all I'm saying. Like right now, do you think the Carl Anthony Towns train is a net positive for the Knicks or for the Timberwolves?
I don't. I think it's close. I really do. I don't think this is like, close. Oh my God, Minnesota just took advantage of the Knicks in that trade. We couldn't wait to get Julius Randle out of this town.
I don't know. Tibbs seemed to like him. I don't know. They're just not a fun team to watch. They don't like with Tibbs. We had no offensive flow, but we had heart. And now with Brown, we have better offensive flow, but no heart. But Karl Anthony Towns was a problem under Tibbs, and he's still a problem under Brown. I think he has to go. I think Towns has to go. I think they have to figure out the best possible deal.
Well, thanks for the call, Brian. Your phone line's fading. Rick, I think if things don't go well, I mean, it may be sooner, but if things don't go well this season, Karl Anthony Towns will be gone.
Right. Or, I mean, there's a chance that, the way Ian made it sound, that there's a chance that he could be gone before the deadline. I mean, you've seen reports of him being shopped. You've seen reports. It sounds like Yabusele's definitely going to be gone. I mean, this town is unbelievable, man. It really is.
But you know that. You know that as well as anybody.
I mean, they bring in Brunson. We overpaid for Brunson. Now, I mean, Brunson's, the second coming. He's awesome. Ends up leaving $100 million on the table. Josh Hart, OG. I mean, Bridges was going to cost you more. Yeah, I mean, he was on the Nets. Of course, it's going to cost you more. Should you trade 5 first-round picks? Probably not. But I mean, everyone liked the Clarkson signing. This is not easy, man. It's not. This is not like you're gonna have some swings and misses. Yabusele hasn't worked out. You're in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You made a coaching change because it sounds like the players wanted you to make a coaching change. It sounded like the owner wanted you to make a coaching change. I don't know if I would have went with Mike Brown, to be completely honest with you. Just with all the things that I've heard about Mike Brown.
It felt like Mike Brown was the exact antithesis of what Tibbs was.
Right, but again, I don't know if it's fair for us to sit here and fully judge this team until they get to the playoffs.
I think you're right. But the thing is, if Ian, who didn't discount the fact that they could make a big trade by next Thursday, you might never get to see this version of the Knicks go through a playoff run.
Right, but it's their job to make that decision, not ours.
That's right.
Right, because again, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know what they how the relationship is between Cat and the team and Cat and the coaching staff and all these different things that are going on inside that locker room. I mean, that's why they get paid. I mean, what's one of the most important things when you're an executive or you're a GM is to be able to self-evaluate, self-scout yourself. Is this team good enough or not?
I mean, is this team good enough to win the whole thing? No. Is this team good enough to get to the NBA Finals? I think the answer to that is like a sheepish yes.
All right, so I mean, Leon Rose is going to have to make that decision. And then what does it look like? What does the team look like if I do trade for Giannis? What do we lose? How do we replace
You're going to lose a lot.
Or we better serve just to kind of roll the dice here, let this thing play out, and then see if we can get Giannis in the offseason if we need to.
If you could get Giannis in the offseason, that would be the tact and the avenue I would go in. Dave in Westchester disagrees. Good morning, Dave. How you doing, bud?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, everybody's got their opinions on everything, and nobody knows who's going to be right. But when you get a player who absolutely just says, I would like to be a Knick, and he's a superstar, I just don't trust waiting till the off season. I'm more looking towards the big picture, to be honest with you. I don't trust Pat Riley. I think he's a genius. I think he may end up in Miami. I think if a trade came down the road in the next, when's the deadline? Next Thursday, whatever the heck it is.
Yep.
I do it right now. I give Cat and I give Bridges. I don't care. Give them both, and let's get Giannis. And if we don't make it and if we take a step backwards, we take a step backwards. But I don't see us getting to the finals. I think the Detroit business are going to beat us. And if we get to the finals, we're not beating OKC. You know that. I know that. The whole world knows that, unless something really wacky happens. So I'm saying that Earl Monroe, way back in the day, I'm 63, he demanded a trade. He sat on the bench. He wouldn't even go into the game, and he was injured, really injured. He didn't say, I want to come to the Knicks, but he ended up coming to the Knicks, and he barely played. He was injured, and the next year they won the championship. I mean, you got to do something while the iron's hot. It's like the old George Allen theory. The future is now. You let Giannis go to the off season, say goodbye to the Miami Heat and let him sit in the sun. That's what's going to end up happening.
Right, but you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen with Giannis.
You don't know. Nobody knows.
Right, no one knows. And we were also all convinced that there was no chance that this Knicks team could beat the Celtics last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, but okay.
But what?
That's true. They did.
I'm not talking about Tatum. But two of the other guys who are very, prominent guys on the Celtics were injured. They were playing injured. They were injured.
But come on, Dave, come on. Stop it. Stop. Dave, stop it. The Celtics were massive favorites. Nobody thought the Knicks had a prayer to win that series, and they shocked everybody. So stop it. No, nobody in New York thought the Knicks were going to win that series.
Nobody.
So stop yourself.
Again, so, I mean, you have to let it play out. In a perfect world, you'd like to let this team get through the season, see what they do in the postseason, and then reassess. And if it means getting Giannis, get Giannis. If you don't feel like that's a possibility, and there's a chance that if you wait, Giannis is going to be on some other team, then you probably have to try to do it now. I got to imagine that offensively, Cat's going to get better. It's not going to stay like this.
No, he's a good offensive player. I mean, he's a little disjointed, and you don't love his offensive game, but he puts up numbers.
Right, he's a really good player. Does he frustrate the hell out of you? Sometimes he absolutely does. But again, you have seen this team play, especially on the offensive side of the ball, at a really high level. You saw them win the NBA Cup, so you know what they're capable of doing.
Right. If the Knicks play their A game, I think there's a real chance they come out of the Eastern Conference. But you haven't seen the A game in a while, and we're prisoners of recency bias, right?
Well, I also think it's people just don't like this team that much. I think that's part of it.
I could see that. Well, they're kind of soft.
Yeah, and people don't like it. I mean, even last year, there was people like Ray. It feels like is always the one that's defending him, but for whatever reason, people aren't in love with Cat. So whenever they get a chance to go after him, they'll take it. Right? Like he just ends up being that guy. Like every year, every team has a guy. It was Stanton for a while with the Yankees where he's getting booed on opening day, and then all of a sudden he's good in the playoffs, so it's not Stanton anymore. Now it's Volpe. Pick the team. And there's a guy that's just, for whatever reason, is just the guy that the fan base just doesn't want to.
Well, every team has a guy that's just not beloved. And for the Knicks, it's Towns right now. Now, Towns goes out and, in a game 7 against Detroit, goes for 45 and 15, and that'll change very quickly.
Right. See, my only thing, and the reason why I asked Ian the question, of course he can't answer because, like he said, I don't have a list of people that said, they want Tibbs back and don't want Tibbs back. But, if I'm connecting the dots, it feels like the same people that wanted Tibbs gone and would welcome a change are the same people he's talking about as far as the me, not we guys. Right? Because I don't think Jalen doesn't strike me as a me, not we guy. Josh Hart doesn't strike me as a me, not we guy.
Mm-mm.
And I felt like those guys turned into the players that they are now under Tibbs.
Oh, yeah. But it felt like the Knicks thought Tibbs can only get you so far, and then that candle kind of fades a little bit.
All right, but so I would say, that's what I would say to Kat then. I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming you're one of the guys that was okay with the change. And now we're sitting here 45 games in talking about how you're not comfortable yet in your role in the team. Do I have to explain to you what your role in the team is?
Yeah, it's really is wild. RJ?
Hi.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. How you think the show's going along here?
Really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, you guys are great.
You didn't say nice things in the email yesterday. You usually say nice job. You didn't none of that yesterday.
No, he didn't think yesterday's show was very good.
I didn't say mean things.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything, which is just as bad as saying mean.
Yeah.
Is that why you open the show?
It's like a good rest of the day, good night's sleep, wake up all energized.
Is that why you open the show saying mean things, Rick?
I didn't say mean things to open the show. All those kids left that game saying to themselves, Mommy, how come there was one kid there that had a full beard? That's what you're upset about.
That doesn't seem nice.
He started with the nasty text message. I didn't say anything about the game.
Ray, why are you always like the public defender of RJ?
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a public defender. Rick doesn't.
You
have a
don't
public
need
defender.
one. You don't need.
Why
one.
does RJ need one?
RJ can stand up for himself.
I welcome the defending.
And you know what? You two make me sick sometimes.
Yeah, right? It's enough of you two.
Disgusting.
No wonder some of the
nobody wants to hear from us. I get it.
No wonder why there's so many nasty emails about you two.
I think you bring it on yourselves.
Maybe I do, but I'm not apologizing for it.
No, why would you? RJ?
Hi.
You want to hear about the weather?
I do, actually.
No,
what
I
do
won't
you got?
tell you. Because I'm not telling you anymore.
Wow.
You have your stuff you missed ready to go?
How many inches are we looking at on Sunday?
I'm not doing it.
I'm asking
No.
you. Don't do it for
No.
RJ. Do it for me.
Not only that, but I've done some research of why you're getting more snow than other people on Long Island.
Oh, so tell me.
No. My weather app has been stolen off my
my-
phone.
Then you're going to punish me. You're going to punish me because
I'm gonna
RJ's a
have
jerk.
to. You know what? I have to make someone learn a lesson. I liked weather. RJ?
Yeah.
You ready
See what
for
you've
the
done?
stuff that people might have missed?
I love weather.
I am.
Okay.
Now,
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Oh! Put it in the box!
the you missed.
Oh, alrighty. So, sounds like Frank Reich getting a little closer inch by inch could be brought in to call the plays for the offense of the Jets. And Aaron Glenn, as you guys mentioned earlier in the show, could end up calling the defense. Elsewhere around the NFL, Chargers officially announced Mike McDaniel as their offensive coordinator. Commanders bring on Durante Jones as their defensive coordinator. And Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler, replacing Drake May
ridiculous.
And I would assume countless others that turned it down.
I mean, that is absurd. How could the NFL... I know it's a two-hand touch game and however they even do it now, but how could they have Shedeur Sanders as a Pro Bowler?
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Victory lap for Mel Kiper.
Yeah, but at what point, at what point if you're the NFL, do you say, hey, fellas, this is just not good for your business here?
Why
Does it
are
matter
we even
the
having a Pro Bowl game?
Yeah, does it matter what the Pro Bowl is now?
Well, I mean, it should.
It should, but does it?
Well, clearly, I know
you could. I mean, couldn't you make it more important if you told players hey, if you're healthy to play, you're playing?
It's not even really a game anymore. It's just
they battle the calendar. I mean,
really?
with other sports, it's a little mid-season get together for the most talented players. Now it's like if you're not in the Super Bowl, you're free otherwise.
Well, do it somewhere nice then. I mean, it didn't seem like there was a lot of pushback
just get
when it
rid
was
of
in Hawaii.
it. Why are we doing it though?
Because I think it still pulls a decent number.
Does it really?
It still pulls a fine
Probably,
number.
Yeah.
Oh my God! To watch two-hand touch football?
Sure.
It has to happen. Matthew Robertson scored in overtime. Rangers 4-3 come from behind win against the Bruins. By the way, Jonathan Quick.
You've paid good money for two-hand touch. Don't even start. You're watching it.
Jonathan Quick got his 408th.
It never stops.
Never.
Career
It's
win.
It's a relentless barrage of it.
He passes goalie Glenn Hall for 12th place all
Look
time.
at RJ. He's trying
powering
so
through. Ilya Sorokin,
You
21
get
saves
Glenn
for
Hall
the.
on the show, I'm all for it.
Oh my goodness, just never ends. Ilya Sorokin, 21 saves for the Islanders, 4-0 win against the Flyers. Islanders also land defenseman Carson Soucy from the Rangers in a trade. Short.
And now we're doing deals. Look at this.
Look at you guys, crosstown deals. Australian Open, Carlos Alcaraz, 2 wins away from completing his career Grand Slam as he advances. Arena Sabalenka
accurate.
advances to the semis on the ladies' side, and Coco Gauff is out, and she smashed some rackets.
Smashing that thing.
Yeah, she was very angry.
Well, she didn't lose. She got dismantled in that match.
And she broke stuff.
I don't love it when you have to bend down and smash the racket. I prefer like a standing up, smashing it. You know?
Yeah, but if you really want to do damage, you got to you want to have a good angle to really smash that thing. If you're standing up, you might only get like a little divot. You want to really break that thing.
They really attack these rackets too. Like they'll destroy them.
Yeah, they'll get more. 3-time slam dunk champ Mac McClung. He is skipping the 2026 dunk contest. Men's college hoops. Good one between number 1 Arizona.
Doesn't that say all you have to say about where the slam dunk contest is?
He's won it 3 times. He's done.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to prove himself anymore.
Yeah.
He can dunk.
Number 1 Arizona, who's 21-0, holds off number 13 BYU. BYU had a chance late. It's a good game.
Did you watch the end of that game, RJ?
I did.
It felt like Arizona was trying to lose.
Yeah, but they defended that last possession really well.
Very well. But they were up by double digits with like a minute and a half left. They committed a flagrant foul. They missed foul shots. They turned the ball over. It was brutal, and then they came up with the big block shot.
Yes, they did. And number 4 Duke dominated number 20 Louisville. Harrison Bader, 2-year, $20 million contract with the San Francisco Giants. And Yoshi Yamamoto of the Dodgers commits to play on Japan's World Baseball Classic roster. That's it. Stuff you missed.
Who's the best team in college basketball right now?
Arizona.
Arizona's good. Michigan's good. Duke is good. UConn is good. Houston is very good. And the freshman class, like we had talked about before the season, is
really
outrageously good.
It feels like I'm going to take Michigan and be disappointed. I feel like that's where I'm trending.
But Purdue is good. Like there's a Texas Tech is good. There's a lot of good. Illinois is very good. A lot of good teams.
There's going to be a lot of Arizonas in the middle brackets, though. Rick.
Arizona's still undefeated, though.
Yeah, 21-0.
Yeah. All right, so that's nice. Let's take a break, come back. More Jets, more Knicks, 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
You remember what it feels like to move without thinking about pain? To get up, sit up, walk, work, or live without that constant ache? If neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica took that away from you, it's time to get it back. I'm Bart Scott. Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain is the guy you need. Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no scars, no long recovery, just precise, image-guided, non-surgical treatments designed to get you feeling strong again. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances are accepted, there is no reason to wait. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think.
When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters. ForkFoods.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $189 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM844-681, MSRP $29,075. Zero security deposit, ends 2/2/26.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Ah, the Internet. A place where your curiosity can flourish. Unless malware gets in the way. It's a place that can surprise you with phishing websites and trackers. The Internet is wonderful, but you must protect yourself online. Protect yourself online with NordVPN. Tech Radar named it the #1 VPN in 2025. A single NordVPN account secures up to 10 devices. What else? This cybersecurity tool also encrypts your browsing. NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro feature helps you block malware, avoid phishing, and stop digital trackers. NordVPN scans the dark web to check that the information associated with your email address is not exposed. Just a few clicks and you're safer online. Browse with more peace of mind. Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Now, Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's exactly when it's Tully time. 7 o'clock tonight, Devils host the Winnipeg Jets. Then 7:30, the Knicks welcome the Kings to Madison Square Garden. 9 o'clock, Nets and Phoenix. Imagine being a nice warm Phoenix tonight. That must be great. Taking on the Suns. And that's it. That's Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. So John just hops on. You didn't listen because you were nowhere to be found. You know how long it took John to get into the station today?
2 hours.
3 hours.
What?
3 hours.
Why?
Well, he said the first 2 trains he was waiting on canceled. Then the train he eventually got on was so packed that he couldn't stay on that train. He had to switch in Hicksville. Then he had to wait for the next train. 3 hours.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's a warrior.
He is the definition of a warrior.
Did he get himself those fancy new red Tims?
I don't know. He's the most interesting warrior in the world, is what he is.
He could be the Dos Equis guy. I know he's back. I think John's right there.
So then you were nowhere to be found, and RJ's
I was dealing with the crisis, okay?
Listen, it's fine. I don't care. It's fine.
You say that like I'm off just gallivanting. I'm dealing with
stuff. Can I just finish a thought? So they're like, just to let you know, Rick's not back. How long do you think it took John to be like, I can do the show with you, Dave? I'm in.
3 seconds.
It didn't even take that long.
No.
He's like, what do you want me to get into? The Jets, my train situation, I'm here for whatever you need. It's like, thank you, John.
Put him on a microphone. I want to hear his Jets take. Put him right on a mic.
No, because
he's in a very important meeting right now.
It's depressive. He's in a meeting with like 15 people right now.
It's not even 9:40.
No fooling.
What meeting is he in?
He's in a meeting about the next show with a lot of people. High leverage stuff.
Many people.
Many people.
How do you need to have that many meetings?
We're big on meetings.
If I had that many meetings for that long, I would know. I would cease to do the show. I couldn't do it. I could not function.
We have our meeting tomorrow.
No, I'm not going to be
there. Okay.
I'll Zoom it.
Okay. We got the big charity event tomorrow night.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I got to get back to get ready for the event. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening tomorrow.
I know.
RJ's going to be there.
RJ's going to be there.
I don't know who the special guest is. Gary didn't tell me.
No, I maybe it's Eli.
I don't think it's Eli.
But why not?
I'm going to text Gary right now.
But why not? It can't be Don Mattingly again. The
Eli's
only
too
reason
busy.
It's probably not Eli is because it's a baseball centric.
It's probably
going
gonna be baseball.
Yeah. Maybe it'd be Aaron Judge.
No.
Why no?
Because I don't think it's gonna be Aaron Judge.
Yeah, but how good would a picture of RJ next to Aaron Judge be?
Oh, it'd be hilarious. It'd be like him and Altuve.
Yeah.
Who do you think's bigger, RJ or Altuve?
I think it's dead even.
Yeah, I think they're
Right there.
No, can I be honest? Actually,
I think RJ might be taller.
yeah,
than
I
him.
think RJ is actually taller.
Well, because I think his
I think his like
media guide.
Yeah,
height.
I think he's like 5'5".
Yeah, I think
he
his,
could be.
I think his media guide height is 5'7", which probably tells you he's probably.
Yeah.
Not.
What's your media guide height? 5'8"? 5'9"?
Oh, I'd probably boost up to 5'9". Yeah.
He's 5'11".
5'10". You go 5'10" for the media guide.
Hey, this guy's humongous. No, he's not. RJ, you played high school football, didn't you?
Oh yeah, they lied on that thing.
What did your high school football thing?
Some of the greatest lies ever told.
5'11", 180?
No, he had me at 5'10", 180.
5'10", 180?
So I know on film he doesn't look that big, but let's take this guy serious.
And what you're 5'7", 145?
At that time I was definitely still 5'7", but I was probably 165-ish.
You're all bulked up, huh?
Had to.
Archie's
And what are
got
you
some
now,
muscle on
140?
him.
Now I'm 150.
150.
150. Milo almost weighs as much as you.
He could pummel me.
Milo's almost as tall as RJ.
Milo could pummel me.
No, he's a thick little sucker.
How tall is Milo?
Probably like 5'3", probably.
Yeah, he's
Maybe
going
a
to
little
pass
taller.
RJ at some point.
Probably next year or two.
Yeah, the way he
Fast.
eats, yeah.
He's 5'3", 40?
No, he's not 140. Probably like closer to 130.
Well, how tall's Cass too?
5'9".
Yeah, I mean he's gonna fly past me by next summer.
Yeah, he's not going to be much taller than you.
That's not nice when you say it like that.
It's
though.
accurate though. I can.
Actually listen. There's times I'm trying to be mean. I wasn't trying to be mean. He's going to be much taller than you.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be close.
I think he could have just said taller. I don't think you had to say like he's much.
Well, but I
taller.
don't think he's going to be like 5'9". I think he's going to probably be like 6'2".
Again, it's all in the tone.
Oh my God.
6'2" is nice.
Can you give me the weather update, please? I want to know what.
No, I'm sorry, I can't.
Why?
Get the Dopplers.
Because I was admonished early on in the show, and it still hurts.
Here's the thing, Rick. You know he can't. He's done the work for this, and whenever Dave has done the work on something, he can't keep it to himself. It will pop out. Maybe not today.
But we all know how he works, though. Like as much work as he did, which is probably
You know how stubborn I am.
Minimal. He's like a. I mean,
Okay,
he's like a mule.
okay, fine. You won't do it.
That's right. I won't.
You don't have the gumption to do
No,
it.
because now he's going to be spiteful.
That's it. I'm
See, Rick is the only one that really truly knows me.
No, it's fine.
I'm trying to get him to be spiteful and do it out of spite.
It's fine. He didn't actually do the work, and he doesn't actually know. I understand.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
Let's go to Everyday Edgar, a man that respects and appreciates me. Good morning, Edgar.
Good morning. Opa! We got to start breaking plates. We got to get Giannis. What would you rather hear? Thunderous drunks or, oh my God, foul, why? Nah, that's it. If the playoffs get tougher, more physical, you slow down the tempo, Giannis would be a way better fit to get the chip than Cat. And you got to give up Bridges? Oh, well, what are you going to do? We need to go in now, all in, everything you got. Put them all in.
Listen, I understand your point. It's so easy to say it, though. I don't think this is such an easy decision to make. And thanks for the call, Edgar.
I don't think it's an easy decision. I don't think it's an easy deal, and it's Giannis, not Giannis.
Yeah, well, he's a Giannis guy.
How can you? It's not, but that's not his name.
Yeah, but if he's comfortable with it like that.
You have no respect for people's names at all.
What are you talking about?
It's not. Is it? Have you heard him called Giannis?
No, I haven't called him Giannis.
Giannis.
But that's his name, though. It's like you the other day where it's like it's Renan when we know it's Ranan. And you're like, that's just how I feel comfortable saying it.
He says, say it however you'd like. He says he's not
He
even
doesn't
sure
mean
how it's
that.
pronounced.
No, he doesn't mean that. Well, you're also talking about a guy who was calling him Ton Monken.
And then Lindenbaum.
Yeah, like is that his name? I don't know. I don't care.
Right. So if he doesn't care, then why should I care about his name?
Well, he doesn't clearly care about anyone's names.
If he doesn't get a head coaching job, that Todd Monken will be the offensive coordinator here.
Is it Monken or Munkin?
I don't know.
See, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. See, now I can see the tone with that, Raymond.
All right, here's an interesting little stat RJ just sent us because he's doing all sorts of work for us. This is from Connor Hughes. Aaron Glenn's defensive rankings as the Lions play caller. In 2021, when he took over, not very good, 29th and 31st. This is
Well,
yards
hang on.
Sorry.
29th and 31st into what? You have to explain it.
Yards per game is the first number I'm going to give you. Second number I'm going to give you is points per game.
Mm-hmm.
So in 21, they were 29th in yards per game and 31st in points per game.
Which is brutal.
2022 got worse. 32nd in yards per game, a little bit of improvement, 30th in points per game. Then 2023, they were 23rd in both. And then in 2024, they were 20th in yards per game and 7th in points per game, which got better.
So the only, of the 8 different things, the only one that was better than middle of the road was 2024 points per game, which was 7th.
That's right.
Otherwise, it's been in the bottom third of the league with every single thing of those categories.
Right. And again, going back to my initial question is, does this make you a better head coach, which is why we hired you in the first place? Right? Like, I mean, so for Robert Saleh, again, and he's coached and he has head coaching experience, right? This is his second go around. He thinks in his mind it's going to be to his benefit to call the defense, which he didn't do with the Jets, and now feels like it'll help him with the Titans. So, I mean, Aaron Glenn looked overwhelmed last year, right? Like, which is how he managed the clock.
No two ways about it. Yep.
Right. Like, and so does this, in his mind, make him better? I just don't understand how you go from being in touch with Wink before the season was over, right? Like, hey, gauging the interest. Wink's calling plays, to getting all the way to, Wink coming to New York to have an interview where it felt like it was, like, from all reports, text messages that we're getting, like, that this was going to get done, to now potentially he's telling people I want to call my own plays. Right? Like, where did it change?
I don't know. I don't know. And why did it change? Unless someone got in his ear. Right? That's. I mean, otherwise, what would it be? Why would you interview Wink Martindale, have the conversation, he's on the verge of getting the job, and all of a sudden it's like, hang on. I want to call the plays.
Right.
What sense does that make?
No, and Wink's not going to sign on for that. So why did we even go through this whole dog and pony show if that's what you wanted to do in the first place?
It's you know what? Because it's the Jets. Because it's the same crap that it always is.
I think that for me, the explanation would be, and I think you probably feel the same way, is someone said, hey, listen, like, this could be it for you.
If the ship is going down, why don't you should captain it?
Give yourself the best chance by being the one that calls the plays.
I agree. All right, let's take a break. Come back. Get you ready for tonight's action. Weather update? Probably not. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Paul Murray to the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey, or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win? So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then?
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder, now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowes.com for more details.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass, your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. So you're telling me you got in touch with Gary, world-class Gary, and he does not know who the special guest at the big charity fundraiser is tomorrow night.
That's what he said. I said, Dave doesn't believe you. He said, haha, I'm serious.
No, I don't not believe him. But I would just say this. Last year, he told us in advance it was Donald Mattingly.
That's right.
So why this year does he have no idea? That seems a little curious.
That's what I said. I guess that maybe that was kind of just a one-time thing.
Now, you've been to this event many times.
That's right.
I've only been the one time. Is the level of special guest Don Mattingly-esque, or was that a special guest?
No, I think it's usually that kind of level.
Really?
Yeah, I think we're in for another treat.
I think it's going to be Eli Manning.
Oh, well, I think it's probably more geared towards baseball potentially.
Maybe. But if it's Eli Manning, forget it.
If it's Eli Manning, I fear for Eli Manning. You're attached to him. It's not going to be great.
Now, last year they allowed us to go in the green room. It was me. It was the four of us.
Yeah.
It was Don Mattingly.
Yep.
It was Steve Sciarippa, and it was Michael Imperioli.
Right.
That was it. If that happens, Ray's not going this year because he's got work obligations. If it's the three of us, the two of them, and Eli, forget it.
I'm worried about Eli.
I'm worried about everybody. I'm worried about
I'll bring
Eli.
him home.
No kidding. I'm worried about it's just we cease to exist. It's like me and RJ just sitting there by ourselves, just hanging out. Because
you know what, you say that's unfair. Though last year RJ was wildly crazy about Don Mattingly.
Yeah, but once we pried
Eli Manning,
right? But once we took a crowbar and pried him off Don's leg, like Don had to go do other things. Like he had to do he did a speech and all these different things.
What a great Q&A he had also.
It was phenomenal. The whole thing was great. The event is always awesome.
Your three potential special guests at this event tomorrow night.
I have no idea.
Really? You want to play the game, huh? RJ, what do you think?
I'll be honest. What was the question? I was screening.
No.
The special guest.
It's fine.
He wants you to try to guess who the.
I want you to guess the three potential special guests.
Ooh, I will say. I'm going to say. I don't have an exact name for you, but I'm going to say an up and coming member of the Yankees would be one of my guesses.
Like a Jason Dominguez.
No, not a Dominguez.
Anthony Volpe.
Yeah, Volpe
Perhaps
would be the guy.
Volpe would be the guy. Fit.
Yeah, but I don't know that like.
I would.
Anthony Volpe goes over great now, though.
I'll tell you what. In the community, I'm sure he was local guy. Yeah.
I would say
Yeah,
one.
you know what? Volpe's a good guess.
Volpe's as good a guess as any.
I guessed it. I guessed it.
You didn't guess it.
I checked the tape. I guessed it.
No, you didn't.
It's my.
RJ planted
this goes right under RJ's guessing.
RJ planted the seed. Rick bared the fruit.
RJ, you get Volpe. Who else are you going to go with?
I'm going to go with.
How's he getting Volpe? I said the
Volpe
name
because I asked you and you're like, I don't know. I have
Listen,
no idea.
you guys figure it out.
Yeah, and you're mean to me, Dave. If it is Eli, which I'm going to put him third on my list behind. I don't know who, but a holdover that someone is still on the Mets.
And in local news,
but I give you full autonomy and authority. You go right after Eli. You do what you got to do.
Legendary Giants quarterback Eli Manning was kidnapped last night.
I wouldn't do that, but
you think I would take him?
I absolutely believe
Who
you
knows?
would take him.
Come on. What is
It'd be
wrong?
like a,
you think
it'd be
I'm
like
not
a
going to take
Kathy
him
Bates
home?
situation.
I'm thinking that my other guess would be like Sean Manaea.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm telling you.
Manaea's in Tampa right now.
So you think?
I'm going.
Archie's on the phone with Eli. I'm going to be honest with you. He's going to take you.
Eli.
Oh my goodness.
And Francisco Lindor.
You see what he does, though, RJ?
Yeah.
This is like the whole thing during the summer. He's going to get us A-list guests, and he starts naming crazy names, and we get nobody.
It is January 27th.
They had Don Mattingly.
We're not talking about the guest list there. We're talking about the guest list here.
Yeah, this is a legitimate entity. I'm a disaster.
What about like Aaron Boone?
That'd be nice.
Boone be cool.
Joe Girardi.
Brian Cashman. Well, we're going down that road. Joe Torre.
Oh, Torre would be great.
That would be great. That'd be a good one. Do you believe we've named the guy yet?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we can discuss this more tomorrow, and we can recap the Knicks as well. Raymond?
Hi there.
Go ahead.
Oh, boy.
Today's 3 stars.
Yeah, it works.
Number 3.
All right, listen. Big Knicks questions today, and I'm really happy to have Ian Begley. He's one of the nicest guys out there. You're really happy to have him, and you're glad to ask him great questions, Dave Rothenberg.
Do you think that Giannis is a Knick to start next season?
Such a great question, Dave. Oh. Man, oh man, hard hitting.
But you know what? Rick felt the way about that.
Who are the teams that stand in our way to get into the NBA Finals, you think?
Jeez, what a question, Rick.
Stop it. He was mocking me.
Am I talking to Ed Bradley or Rick DiPietro? That was a hell of a question.
So, one good turn deserves another.
Number 2.
I mean, we're talking about the big party and, what the events that transpired last year. You poked him with a carrot stick.
I did not poke him with a carrot stick.
You berated him with the
I
all
did not
sorts of
berate.
vegetables.
I did not poke. We had a great conversation.
No, Bobby Bacala was very nervous.
You're just deflecting because RJ was humping Don Mattingly in the corner.
That's terrible. Listen, maybe they'll have some nice meat for you to eat over there. Jerky, possibly?
Was there a man selling jerky?
No, it was just at the counter.
It was beef jerky.
Meat stick.
You partook.
Yeah.
All right.
You got no interest in the meat stick.
No, I would not do that. But that's fine. That you do.
Sherry does.
Honorable mention because we're talking about the Pro Bowl and two-hand touch. And
what's wrong with me?
That's a good question because I'm going to ask here because listen to how long it took for you to put 2 and 2 together.
To watch two-hand touch football?
Sure.
It has to happen. Matthew Robertson scored in overtime. Rangers. 4-3 come from behind win against the Bruins. By the way, Jonathan Quick.
You've paid good money for two-hand touch. Don't even start. You're watching it.
Jonathan Quick.
Credit to RJ for just trying to power through it. But so can you explain me a process there? Like, did it come to your mind immediately?
Yeah.
Or you were just wondering, oh boy,
no, I have to go through the process now because I'm in chains. I'm in mental chains because I can't just let it just come out.
Interesting.
Number 1.
See, I don't agree with that because you didn't let this just sit there.
All those kids left that game saying to themselves, Mommy, how come there was one kid there that had a full beard? That's what you're upset about.
Now RJ went right back at you, and I applaud it.
Mommy, does the puck fit in the other team's net also or just ours?
You're talking about Dave and his weather activities.
Give me a synopsis of what's going on in Dexter.
He's killing people.
Listen, that's very impressive.
Because I can't be me on the show. I'm painted into a box. This is what you want. This is what you'll get.
Well, listen, what I want and what I get is two different things because I try to let well enough alone. And listen, 3 stars is working today. Yesterday, it was not really the case.
I love now all of a sudden all the buttons are working for these guys. when I need them to work yesterday during 3 stars, they can't make anything work.
Yeah, speaking of stuffing in boxes.
Let's take a break. 800-919-3776.
Wish you could stuff you in a box.
What? You shut your mouth.
You know what? I admit that was kind of mean on my part, and I apologize. That's all I can say, Dave. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted, Raymond. Still love you. All right, it's Rule 76.
No excuses, Blake champion. It's DiPietro Rothenberg. And
everybody.
Right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube. I got a John Winthrop nipple situation.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development,